So, hello everybody. We have a special guest, and I'm going to bring her up right now. Everybody, welcome Selfie Queen Cyndi.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh yeah. I'm so grateful that you're here, Cyndi. I really am.
I'm
Hey,
grateful for you having me. Thank you.
Pork Chop and Unveiling, and Grace. Hey y'all.
Hi, ladies.
Hey Moby. Um, so the first thing I want to say before we get started, Cyndi, on reviewing the video that y'all did the other night is Um, I talked to Charla on the phone today for a little while, and I just want everybody to understand. Hey, Joan, everybody to understand that Charla has been so misunderstood for so long. She
Yeah,
really has. Don't you agree, Cyndi?
I do too. Yes.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and she, I never gave her a chance. I never gave her a chance. I believed
Right.
everything that, was told to me. Cyndi, everybody is saying hey to you in the chat.
Hi, everybody.
So, Charla, since I've gotten to know her, is she's a lovely person. She
Mm-hmm.
really is. She is such a friend to me, and she has done a lot for me. Um, and hey, Sue. Um, and I just love her, and I want everybody to give her a chance.
Yeah.
Because you got to get to know her. And Cyndi, go ahead and say what you were telling me before we came onto the
Yeah.
live.
That I think in December when I did that live where Wolf asked, sorry, Wolf asked to be unwrenched. She was immediately blocked in my chat. I had no idea who she was. She came in and I said, hi, Charla. Welcome. I honestly had no idea who she was. I assumed she was a new person. Um, so I want to say, she will be unblocked. I don't think there's any reason for her to be blocked on my channel. I don't know her. Well, I didn't know her afterwards. Because I had never really, I hadn't been on Twitter in years. I didn't, to be honest, not trying to say it now because I don't mess with Wolf, but I never paid attention to his channel. I couldn't keep up. You know what I mean? It was just too much for me to keep up with the who he was fighting with, who he was mad at. So I didn't bother, to be honest. So I had no idea of the whole situation with Charla, and she I don't know her. She's never done anything to me, so there's no reason for her to be blocked on my channel. So I wanted, if she does hear this, I apologize for you being blocked on my channel. But there's no reason. We're all
Yeah.
trolls. We're all trolls now, so
Yes. Yes, we are all trolls. Everybody
yes.
in my chat is a troll, except
Yeah.
Grace. I don't think anything's ever been said about Grace, or has it, Grace? Um, I can't remember, but um, she I don't think anybody's ever spoken on Grace. I might be wrong because I don't see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all trolls, y'all. One happy family, one happy family of
Demon
trolls.
trolls. You bunch of demon trolls.
Okay, so Grace is a troll. So we have
Yes.
crowned her the troll
Yes.
tonight too.
Grace is a troll, yes.
Oh my
Troll
gosh,
army, troll fam. That's right.
I should start using that as a
Yeah, you
hashtag.
should.
Yeah,
You
hashtag
should.
troll fam. Everybody use that from now on. Um, one
Yep,
more
all
thing
you
that I want to
guys.
talk about before we get started, and this is kind of a touchy subject, but I had
Mm-hmm.
talked to another one of my followers today, and we're all tired of race baiting,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yep.
so like if you call, and I'll use Wolf for an example. He gets upset when people call him puppy, but
Mm-hmm.
didn't I hear him call you a greasy Hispanic the other night?
Yes. His
Okay.
leader, his leader called
Uh-huh.
me a greasy Hispanic many, many times. And their little side chick, Sunshinery, said that she tried to compare racism.
Wow.
Being called a greasy Hispanic is not as racist as being called a pup. Are you serious? She
Right.
can't be serious.
Obviously, she
It's
is because
insane. It's insane. Like she has no room to even weigh in on that. Calling me
no.
a greasy Hispanic. It's not like he called me a greasy bitch. He
Right.
the connection with greasy and Hispanic makes it racist.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you. And so I think that's something that I hate it. Um, I really hate that you were called that because you know it's just like calling me what a cracker bitch
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
gross. It's
Yeah,
gross.
it is extremely gross, and I don't ever do that. Been accused of it. Yeah, I know it's racist. Unveiling. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
know. So I just wanted to touch on that too and let everybody know, our thoughts and our feelings on that because it's so wrong. And I know how bad you were treated
Yeah, and I don't
in
I
that
don't
life.
agree with any of it, right? I don't think that anybody's ethnicity should be used as an insult. If you want to insult me, see you and tease. He said all the worst things about me, right? I'm a
Yes.
whore. I was wearing lingerie and I'm wearing a romper. Like the degenerates always go, their brains always go to where the degenerate minds go. It's a romper, but I don't care. Call me a whore, all those things. Calls me, a meth addict, a crack addict, all of that. But don't call me a greasy Hispanic. And then he
Right.
kept saying it. Bliss Chris played it one time, but that clip, like he did a 45-minute rant. And the four
Yes.
minutes that Rebus uploaded is him continuing to call me that. I have a mustache. I have a big nose, all the stereotypes that they
Oh,
say about
wow.
Hispanic women.
Wow. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just, phew, I, that,
I don't expect
man.
anything less, from degenerates, but I wanted to point it out because again, they were saying that that was never said.
Right.
They go on Megan's channel and huh? What? They're blindfolded, they don't see anything, they don't hear anything. Like
Right.
you're in the chat, you're modding. Stop it.
Right. Yeah. It's just kind of like they are
Thank you, ladies.
making up their own, what do you call it, narrative.
Yeah. Yeah, and,
So,
and I've never come on here and said I was a beauty queen. I own mirrors. I'm also 49 years old. I'm not in my prime anymore. Gravity affects us all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
yes,
know what they
yes,
think. Everything
right,
goes south as you age. Like, I'm not up here doing beauty contests or any of that. But,
right, yeah,
just leave me alone. I don't care. You think I'm ugly, I'm fat and ugly, I'm greasy Hispanic. Don't look at me. Problem solved.
I'm 61, and trust me, I know about the going south business. Like
Right.
it's
Shoot, pretty
horrible,
soon I'll be able to put my boobs right over my shoulders when they get too heavy?
right? Yeah, yeah, and they seem to get heavier and heavier and
They
heavier every
do. They
year.
do.
So
Sheesh.
there's that. Okay, yes, she is a beautiful
Thank
lady.
you guys. You guys are very kind.
She is beautiful. So, all right, y'all, everybody, buckle up. We are going to listen to the live that Bliss and Cyndi did. It was what, Monday? Was it Monday night?
Tuesday.
Tuesday night? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and we're gonna see. I missed the first half of it. I was late getting there,
Right.
so but y'all let me know when y'all can see that on the screen, and we'll get started. And
Yeah.
Cindy,
It's on the screen.
okay, anytime you want to say something, just tell me to stop for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, my bliss. Hi, everybody in the chat. Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Thank you, Pop. Yes, please be respectful.
Yes. To
Hey,
one
JJ.
another, or you will get blocked. Only one warning. and I just gave it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm playing around today. Hey, Chronic. Hey, Roddy.
Opposing opinions are welcome. Well, from 95% of YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
Hey,
goodness.
Stanley Cup.
Hey, Chronic, M to the B, Barbie,
Michelle.
Radima, JJ, Unveiling. Sorry, Popcorn
No
Sandwich.
unveiling today?
Yes.
Hey, unveiling.
Okay, I want to say, Cyndi, I love that picture of you right there. That is so pretty.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
everything matches your earrings, your eyes, your your makeup and
Yeah, I did
everything.
it on purpose because Chronic made me those earrings, and it's actually
Oh,
my selfie logo.
oh wow.
She made it so it says selfie in pink and has the black crown. So I did the
Yes.
makeup to match the earrings so that I could show the earrings that she made me. They're beautiful.
Wow,
So
that is so
thank you. I
pretty.
appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
I realized this morning that I wasn't following unveiling on Twitter, and I thought I was.
Uh-oh.
Mm,
We could have unfollowed each other during the
yeah.
all the
Anti
bullshit.
KJ. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, but I always liked following unveiling. Hey, Barbie.
Yeah, I like their channel. I'm not on Twitter, so
Why did you leave Twitter, Cyndi?
because it was a dumpster fire
Yeah, yeah,
and a lot of people blocked me from the anti KJ community.
right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it was during the Charlotte on the Web days, not rehashing that, but when the divorce happened with T-Spiracy and Charlotte, and half of the kids went with mom, half of the kids went with dad, and so
Oh, okay.
all
See,
the
I did.
kids that went with mom blocked me because I stayed with dad. So
See,
yeah,
I didn't know about all that. So,
yeah, I
that,
regret that
but that,
now. Had I known then what I know now, I would have stayed far, far away from it. But hindsight is 2020, right?
right. Yeah,
I regret
yeah.
it.
We are, um, and everybody that you see there in the chat, I'm trying to get on my flipping live over here on my phone. We are all on Twitter, and they have been. Why won't it let me go in there? Ugh, dadgummit. It won't let me join my live on my phone.
Oh,
I,
I hate when that
I
happens.
wanted to join it so I could, because I can't see the chat on here.
Hey, Charla, how are you?
Oh, hey, Charla. Um, I just can't see the chat on here. Let me see if I can do it a different way. Hold on. Y'all give me just a minute. If you want to talk, go ahead,
I just,
Cyndi.
yeah, so I left Twitter. It was getting too dark, and I'm the kind of person that anything that brings me anxiety, I just remove myself from it. So
Yeah,
Twitter just, was stealing my joy. So I just said, let me just remove myself. And I
right,
did it. And I'm not on Reddit. I don't look at Reddit because that was bringing me anxiety. And people have the right to their opinions. People don't have to like me. So
right.
for me, being oblivious is good for me. You know what I mean? Like, so ignorance is bliss for me. And that's just how I deal with things. I don't need to see it. Again, people have the right not to like me. All I
Oh,
ask is
yeah,
just don't lie on me. You know?
right. And there's been a lot of that going on, you know.
Yeah, the lies are
Yes.
rampant.
Yeah, they are. Okay, now I can see my chat. So,
Okay, cool.
all right, here we go.
I'm not much either. Like, I try to check, and whenever I go live, I'll share the link on Twitter, but I'm really not on Twitter like that either.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Hmm.
Hey, Teresa.
Oh crap.
Hey,
Hey,
Mama.
girl.
Um, so we're just
Yeah, and
listening to
thanks
them.
for following me back.
Welcome
Very
everybody.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like
unveiling. Yeah,
almost instant,
cool.
too. I was like, God damn, she own it.
That's right.
All right, well, it seems that people have taken a sudden interest in my porch kitties. Did you hear about that,
Oh,
Cindy?
have they? No.
Yeah,
No.
like, I don't know. I'm being accused of doing stuff with stray cats. Are
Ew,
we
What?
what?
really
What kind
are
of
we
stuff?
really taking it there? Are we really going that far?
Ew, what?
So I haven't seen that. I haven't heard that.
Me either. I was like what is happening? I thought bestiality because that's where the degenerates' minds always go, to
Uh-huh.
the most depraved things
Right.
sexually.
Yeah.
So that's what I assumed. I still don't know. Like, when I say I don't watch it, I prefer not to watch it. I don't go to their
Right.
channel at all. You know,
Right.
I just can't. I just can't, because then I become a raving lunatic.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
then I press live and I say some stuff that I'm not so proud of, and I don't delete anything from my channel. So all the embarrassing crap I've ever said is right there on full display. Lord of mercy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
I've learned
is.
not to watch it.
Yeah. You really have to. Um, I can say that she was talking about that. Um, so their slang name for me, what they call me, is four pack. Okay.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, that's what they call me. And so on one of the lives, and everybody in the chat can attest to that because I'm sure they all heard it. Um, on one of their lives, one of the participants said, Four Pack said that, I really hope she doesn't die from cancer. Or no, cancer's going to get her soon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
So,
no.
oh
I'm
yeah,
so
that was
sorry.
said.
God
Well,
bless you. That's gross. That's
that is
disgusting.
very gross. You know, I
Yeah.
would never say anything like that about anybody
No,
ever.
never. I don't
Um,
believe in putting that kind of energy out into the universe. Ever.
no, yeah, you can't do that.
No.
But yeah,
God
Moby
bless you.
sure
That's
did say it.
insane.
Yeah. I think you never know what's another person's life. Right. You never do know what truly, you don't know unless you're close with somebody and you talk to them, 2 or 3 times a week privately. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life, you
Right. And
know?
yeah, and not only that, like, if I aim an insult like that towards you, it may
Right.
hit other people in the chat that have dealt with cancer, have lost loved ones to cancer, are
Uh-huh.
battling cancer. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, those are like drive-by shootings. You're shooting
Yes.
into a crowd and it's hitting bystanders. Like, watch your damn mouths.
Right.
What is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, that's Sue. Sue, my regular co-host. Oh, and I forgot to say, Sue couldn't be here tonight because she had to have a procedure done today.
Yes. And
So
God
that's why.
bless Sue. She's a
Yeah,
warrior.
but Sue, fought and won
Mm-hmm.
over cancer.
Yes,
Her
she did.
her daughter, passed from cancer.
Yeah. May
Um,
she rest in peace.
yeah, precious little girl. But
Mm-hmm.
when I heard that, I hello that Amber chick. When I heard that, I really worried about how that was going to affect Sue. So,
Exactly. That she's
mhm,
immediately who I thought of when you said that. She's
yes,
immediately who I've thought of.
right, yeah.
And hi, that Amber chick. That's my favorite troll right there.
That's your favorite troll?
Yes.
Well, that Amber chick, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Um, okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Degenerates think like degenerates think.
I guess. I mean, my brain just doesn't go there.
Ew, mine
I
neither.
mean, if
Bestiality type
you,
shit.
I don't know.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
I don't listen to shit.
I don't
So
either.
I'm
And
just
that's not a lie.
repeating what I've been told.
Wow.
Yeah, we get Cliff Notes versions from our friends, and we don't even listen to the clips. Thank God they give us a brief summary underneath, where we could just read the summary and be like, okay, go about our day. I can't be
Right.
bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you, that Amber
like,
chick.
we do not watch or listen.
No, man.
And if I did or do, I'm going to be very honest about it. And what
Yep.
did I do that I shouldn't have done the other day, Cyndi?
You listened, girl, and I was like, abort mission, abort mission, girl.
I did. I did. And it was only
Hey,
not even
Claire.
2 minutes. Not even
Yeah.
2 minutes. Hey, Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, guys, that's that. And again, I guess I'm playing telephone here, but I refuse to do it any other way because, again, I will not watch or listen.
No.
But yes, I did make the mistake the other night of listening, and it was innocent too. Hey, honey,
Hey, Kratos.
I hope your
Don't
day
do
goes
it. I
good.
know. It's like, don't do it, girl. I wanted to reach through my phone, like, no, abort that mission now. She did though. She did. She was like, yeah, I'm done.
But it's funny because people are claiming that I do watch, but you know that I truly do not.
No.
So if I'm always watching, why would I come on and admit that to watching 2 minutes? Like, come on.
I know. And it's true.
Okay. So, they did a stream last night reviewing or reacting to this very live right here that we're looking at that y'all did.
Did they
And I'm
play it?
yes. Well, yeah, they
Okay.
played it, but they had the screen covered up,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we couldn't actually see y'all, but
I
yeah,
mean, I
they
don't
played it.
mind. I don't strike. I'm just wondering because they usually don't. They usually interpret what we've said and lie about what we said.
Right.
So I prefer that they play it so people can hear for themselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But but
Hmm.
they denied everything,
Of
right?
course they did. Of course they did.
So there's
Mm-hmm.
that. But I'll tell you one thing. I listened for 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Two or three, probably three.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't hear a thing that was being said because there were 5 on her panel and they
Mm-hmm.
all talked over each other.
Yep. And they do that on purpose so that they're pretending to react, but they don't want you to hear what's actually being said. They do the
Right.
same thing if they share your community post, they
Yeah.
cover what you're said and then just respond to it without showing what you truly said. And what they see and hear is usually the opposite of what you said, like, or wrote.
Well,
It's quite fascinating. They're like a case study in themselves. Liars, I don't know, and they're bad liars because they're not smart enough to
right,
be efficient liars.
right,
Like Wolf, I was told this morning that Wolf said he never spoke about my loss. Um, that he only repeated what his leader said. That is speaking on my loss, Wolf.
right.
I
Yeah,
don't care if you repeated what he said. You spoke on my loss. You called my husband a crackhead. You said that I'm a whore, all these things. And then he denied it. Like, they make no sense. I didn't talk on her loss. I only repeated what he said. Like, Wolf, shut your ass up. I can't with them. They're
so
ridiculous.
how does he know your husband is my
He does
question.
not. He does
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
And he
I mean,
doesn't want to know my husband because my husband may be an active addiction. My husband will twist their wigs around
right. Yeah. That's
in
understandable.
Minecraft, figuratively, because then they'll say I threatened their lives, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Minecraft. That's
Yes,
good.
in
Yeah.
Minecraft.
My granddaughter plays that and she's 16 years old. So,
My
yeah.
sons loved Minecraft. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It
hmm
drives me crazy to watch somebody play it. But anyway.
I know it. Me too. I can't. I can't.
Okay. Here we go, y'all.
Julie,
Um,
I heard somebody say the other night, I don't remember who said it, that they hate when people say, "Oh, I don't watch," when they know that they watch. And I get that because some people do say that, right? "Oh, I don't watch. It was sent to me." But that is the honest truth
Oh,
with
Lord.
us. That is the honest truth. You know what
I've
I
heard
mean? Like,
that
we
before.
don't watch.
Them
I'm not a
think
glutton
from
for
them.
punishment. You guys would know if I watched. Yes, unveiling. Abort, abort. Like, you guys would know if I watched something because I would be a raving lunatic. For I would real. Be when I'm the most animated, it's because I heard some old bullshit, la la la, and then I come and show my ass figuratively. Only ever shown my ass once, and that was against my will. But you know what I mean? Like, so I don't watch it because you're gonna know. You're gonna know if I've heard something. Because yeah, I can't control my mouth when I do. So.
Okay, I'm just now seeing the views on this. Y'all got 349 views on this stream. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm
Yeah,
happy for Bliss. Yeah.
I am too. I am too.
well, and not only that, like, yes, same, but I have no problem saying if I do watch.
Me either.
I'm not
I have no
ashamed of
problem.
that. If you fucking watch, you watch. I think it's more shameful to say that you don't watch when you know that you are watching.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
but yes,
Yeah.
I clicked into 2 minutes and I shouldn't have, and I'm not going to do it again. But you know, I did hear a couple things that we're going to address today. Again, straight lies.
Mhm.
But yeah, apparently people are interested in my porch kitties, and I've been struggling to do shorts late. I don't know, just content in general lately. Whatever. I've been wanting to do like a series because a lot has happened in the past couple weeks, and there actually are people that follow like my animal shorts.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to tell you guys what was going on for the people that care.
Wow.
And I'm
So
sorry if you guys hear an echo. I'm hearing it. I put the echo cancellation. I don't know why it does that. I apologize if you're listening on the replay and it's annoying. I'm gonna mute every time I don't speak. Hopefully that'll help. But I apologize in advance for that.
yeah, I have the echo one too.
Yeah, she's gonna talk about her rescues, kitties and stuff first before she gets into like the meat and potatoes, so to speak.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where do I need to go to? How
Okay, you
many?
can go a little, go maybe to 18 minutes. Let's see,
Okay.
and then we'll listen. Then I'll tell you.
Why does that say volume? All right, 1753 is where I
Yeah.
got it at.
Oh,
Yep, I took him home a couple weeks ago. And again, he is not neutered. So when I met his owner, I was
Okay, that's still kitty talk.
yeah, yeah. Right there after that. Yeah, right after she shares that video.
That video?
Yeah, right after she shares that video. Then we start going into the stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Made a new song, and he has it on Roblox. I have to share it with you, Bliss. He has his Yeah, my
Oh,
son
wow.
has a song.
It's
My
on
son is an artist, and he
Uh-huh.
has a song. He has another song on Spotify and iTunes, and but he
Oh,
made a new song, and it's even on the game Roblox. So that's
wow.
what I was talking about. Yeah, and I can't share his music because the degenerates are not well on the internet, and then want to target
Right,
my kid, and my
right.
kid has nothing to do with my channel.
Absolutely. Yeah, I understand that. That's so bad. That's sad,
It is sad
because I
because I'm
would
so
love to
proud
hear
of
it.
him.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
Hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere, YouTube, and it's YouTube Music. But he has it on Roblox. I was like so impressed, but I can't share that because again, mofo's ain't well,
Yep.
you know. Sadly,
Yeah. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Mopo's. Well, that's good. That's good. Uh, yeah, unveiling. I wish she could too. Unveiling said
I
she
would
so
love
wishes
to.
she
I
could
would
share
love
the
to.
music. Yeah, but I understand,
I can
why
share
you
it
don't.
privately in DMs with people, but I
Okay,
won't
that'd be
share it
cool.
publicly on my channel. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I understand. Um, that'd be good. I'd
Yeah.
love to hear it. So,
Yeah, I'll send you the link in DMs.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Stupid fuckers.
Yep.
Sorry. Calm
So
down.
that's everything's going well as far as the porch kitties go. I have one left. I have my peanut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, criticize me for helping my community.
Right?
Please
And caring about kitties. Jeez Louise.
what the fuck? Sorry, I was ignoring the chat a minute. Jen and Barrett said my friend took in a stray to foster with hopes of keeping him. One of her cats was not dealing well, so he couldn't stay. But he has a beautiful home now. See, and that's what I'm worried about with Peanut because I don't know why. My timid, chill Garfield, he's not a fan. He's
No.
not a fan. It's so odd. I would have thought it would have been my
Is she about done with this? Do I need to go a little further, Cindy?
Yes. Mm-hmm. A few more minutes. Yeah. Not too far, but a few more minutes. Yeah.
Let's see.
Us crackheads, meth heads, dope fiends, all of that. When we're none of those things. Um, Talking about our past charges when we've owned those. Bliss has always talked about she's a two-time felon. We make jokes of it. Julie BC Canada calls me her two-time felon flex as a joke, you know.
Yeah, I've never hidden that.
And you're right, Stanley Cup. You know, I just don't want to overstep and say their story because it's not my story to tell. But it's a lot. It's a lot more than people know, and it's been a lot. And the lies are the issue. The lies are the issue. If you're telling the truth on me, I have to swallow that, and I do swallow that. You know what I mean? It's the lies. It's being said that I was never called a greasy Hispanic. Oh yes, I was. Oh yes, I was. Okay.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna get to that one because that's the one, you guys. I'm not playing clips because
no.
I refuse to have to go through and listen. It's much
Mm-hmm.
easier for me to read.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, with it written out in transcript, it sounds just as bad. And
But it
I,
doesn't affect you as much as it would hearing it,
yeah,
right?
it's, you guys understand that. Like the energy, yeah, just, ugh. And yeah,
Yeah. So that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna start reading some transcripts, right, Bliss?
I am. So let's see, because I have dates too.
Thank you,
So
Kris. Hey, my
January,
code. Love you, my code.
hey, code. January 24th, Cyndi, is when we shared what we were demanded to show, was the
Right.
screenshot on
Yes.
Miss Jackie Sunshinery.
Yep. Yes, we were
Okay.
demanded that we show that.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
No, I just said
I
yep. That's yeah.
Yeah, I do
And
not know
Michaela, maybe
her.
you might want to speed it up to like 1.25 because we talk
Uh,
kind of slow.
hold on.
You see the little wheel where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Okay.
there.
So go to playback speed.
Yes, and
Okay.
just
And
go past normal the other way. Yeah, because then
okay,
if
it's
you go
got
there,
point.
I'll be slowed down. You
So
don't want that.
it's got 0.75,
No, the
0.
other way. You should be able to scroll down more. Why doesn't it let you? Okay, go to the 1X and just move that little white bar.
Oh,
You seen where you
crap.
could go to the
Hold
wheel?
on.
Go to the wheel and go back to yeah, playback speed. And you see up there where the 1X, you
Yeah.
could just move it. Yeah, there you go.
1.3 is
Yeah, that's fine
1.3.
because it just goes by itself. That's fine. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. See, I didn't know how to do that. That's how green I am.
That prove it. None of us
You
be
lying
saying this shit to
bitches. Show
trust.
me,
Yes.
show it one time. One time me doing that. You lying bitches.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So I
So
showed
that's
it.
why I shared that. Right. I would have never shared anything like that. She demanded it. Demanded, guys. That's the part of the story you guys always omit. So go ahead, Bliss. Continue.
So that was January 24th. January 25th, a live was done by Roadhog. He's going by something different now, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in this live, I was doxxed. I would not just doxxed, names spelled out. Okay.
Yep.
And
Okay. Before we listen to this, I want to. I have never listened to Roadhog. I've never had any interactions or anything with them. So,
Count your
um,
lucky stars, man.
yeah, yeah, I never have. But
Yeah.
so I can't
that was actually
really
later
speak
in the
on it.
live.
Yeah.
But if that was the only thing that was done and I was called, a felon and bitch and crackhead, whatever, I wouldn't have given I mean, of course I would have given a shit. Like no one deserves to be doxxed, but I wouldn't have taken it past that, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
But during this live, which is titled Bliss, I'm tagged, it says Bliss Kris using mental health as a weapon. Because apparently Jackie, I guess, really didn't want it proven.
Right. So she shouldn't have demanded it then. How about
I
that?
mean, you don't demand that someone show you proof of something and then cry foul when they do.
Exactly, I agree with that.
Yeah, she was
100%.
demanding because she I don't know why. I don't because I miss a lot, right? I'm not on Twitter. They do
Right,
community posts back and forth. I miss so much. And
right.
that's honest to God truth, right? I spend
Oh,
10% of my life on YouTube. Like 90% is lived out here. So I
right.
miss a lot. So
Yeah.
Jackie Sunshinery went on his panel, and then they do like these they panel hop like these marathon lives.
Uh-huh.
Tag, you're it, let's go from your channel to your channel to your channel, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
all day long they do that. So she went on multiple panels, all of them screaming at us, calling us lying bitchs, prove that I've ever used self-harm as a manipulation. And many people who have ever been close to Sunshinery know that she does that for things
Wow.
that make no sense. You'll be in a Discord call with her and she wants to be heard, or she wants to be the center of attention. Other people try to speak and she says, well, I'm just gonna go and K myself.
Wow.
And there were women in there
Oh,
that had family that had passed away due to self-harm, and they were triggered. They would tell me. So I tried to talk to her about it. And so she demanded on multiple panels, calling us liars, that she never did that. So I had a screenshot. I screenshot a piece of our DMs because she
uh-huh.
kept demanding and I got tired of it.
Right,
They banked on me staying quiet so much because
right.
I don't respond to so much. They lie so much. And there's not enough time in the day for me to respond, or I don't even have the inclination to, like, you know what I mean, try to defend
Right.
every lie they say, because
Yes.
I've learned they say these outlandish lies to see if they can move you around like a pawn, to see
Right.
if they can make you
Absolutely. Yeah.
come and
Yeah.
defend it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
That
she
way,
demanded it.
that way they can react to
Yes.
what you did. You
Yes.
know.
And then demand more things. You never negotiate with terrorists, because then they just make more demands.
Right. Exactly. That's a good. We're gonna quote you on that. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Like,
Exactly.
no one will ever be able to explain that to me. And I don't think me and Cyndi did anything fucking wrong. We were asked to show something, demanded,
Yep.
and we
Not
showed.
asked, demanded, dared. Liars, you're lying. There's no such thing.
Wow.
And Julie Virgo came into a comment section. I can show those as well, confirming that I'm not a liar. Cyndi, you're telling the truth. She did that with Kim and Stacy, with Josh. I can provide those as well. We weren't the only ones that was said about. And there were women in those Discord calls who had family who has been affected directly by self-harm. I won't say their names out of
Wow.
respect for them, but one of them, their mother, okay, passed away that way. Another one, her brother. So they would get extremely triggered when she would use that as a manipulation for the most mundane things. If she wasn't being heard enough, if she was
Yep.
not able to overtalk us the whole.
That
Yep.
is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know.
she knew that these women had that
Wow.
experience.
Yeah. Mm-mm. No. That's disgusting.
Yep.
That's horrible. Oh my God.
The whole time. She would throw, I'm just gonna go do this and da-da-da. And we'd be like, what the freak? What the actual fuck? So I went into her DMs like, can you promise me you're gonna stop saying this? Which, spoiler alert, she did not. So it wasn't her being during a bad time in her life, during a mental breakdown. That is again untrue. She used it as a manipulation all the time.
Wow.
That or seizures. Okay? And that's not okay to use as a manipulation. I don't play with self-harm, and I don't want to push anybody to self-harm or any of that. But using it as a way to get your way will never sit and be okay with me, especially with people that have lost direct, immediate family members to self-harm.
Right.
So
I agree with you 1,000%. That
yeah,
that's horrible. Absolutely
it
horrible.
broke my heart for them.
Yes.
By the grace of God, I've never had an immediate family. My mom, may she rest in peace, had attempted. My mom was
Yeah.
institutionalized when I was young, but
Right.
wasn't successful. But these women have had immediate family loss due to this. And she was
Right.
aware of this and couldn't see farther than her own face. She doesn't care. She didn't care. And
Wow.
those are the truth. We're not the only ones who've said that. So many other people have come forth and said that,
Yeah.
confirming. I have no reason to lie on this woman.
Right. Absolutely not. Hey, just Britt.
Hey,
Um,
just Britt. And hi, Sue Elliott. I saw you come in.
it is disgusting, and even you. You're with your mother attempting. That could
Mm-hmm.
trigger you that way. I'm sure it did. It probably
Yeah, it did.
carried you back. Yeah,
It did.
absolutely.
It
Yeah.
did, because there were times, it just horrible. It was just horrible. I was a kid and remember
Yeah.
those instances where she had to be institutionalized. And the
Right.
thing is that people were condemning me and Bliss. Oh, that's disgusting to use that wasn't. And then she's of course saying, I was going through a bad time during that. You're a liar. She used it all the time for years. It wasn't an isolated incident. I would
Right.
never have said that. If somebody's feeling vulnerable and in that state of mind, that
Right.
was a manipulation tactic of hers.
Wow.
That was the difference, and she demanded that we prove it, that she ever did that. Prove just one time I did it. Okay, toma, here you go. That's what I
Wow.
did.
Yeah. That's horrible.
So if
Oh.
I'm wrong for that, I'll be wrong all day. Again, she demanded it. So tell that part of the story too.
Yep.
Sorry,
So
guys.
that was apparent. I mean, and you guys, it was building up before then. But I don't care. Call me names. I mean, I don't want to be lied on, but even lies about me specifically, I don't give a fuck. This is when I gave
Okay. Just Brett. Right now, we're talking about sunshinery.
a fuck. Okay.
Mhm.
And again, I knew that I was going to authorities right when this was done. And it was at 4 minutes and 48 seconds.
Wow.
Quote, Bliss is like, don't talk about my kids.
Right.
Fuck your kids. Your kids are off limits? Bullshit. Not anymore.
Yep.
That is when I said, no, ma'am, no, sir, ain't gonna fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
That is when the very next, because it's also said, well, if what I said was so bad, why did you wait 2 weeks to blah blah blah? No, I went the very next day to the police station.
So was it the same person that was talking about her kids?
It was Roadhog. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She did.
I talked to a police officer. He listened to things. The police officer, not only did he make a report, he also spoke to higher authorities because I had told him that I was in contact and was contacted by what I will call a higher authority regarding said person already. And he wanted that person's information, and they spoke directly to each other. He then said, you need to go to the courthouse and get peace order paperwork and file criminal charges after listening to what he listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I
Yep.
went and I got the peace order paperwork. It took me like a week and a half to get shit together that I needed to get together for that. It's not that I just waited and whatever. Like, that's just the timeline of how it happened.
Right. You had to get the timestamps and transcribe everything.
It was
Everything
a
had to
lot.
be transcribed. Right. So that's why it took her that time to do that. Again, it's Bliss Chris's story. I'm just here to elaborate a little more, but that's why it took her that time. Everything had to be transcribed. You can't go in there with your phone and play clips for them. You have to give timestamps, video titles, links, and transcribe it. So that's what she had to do.
That is awful too. You should never bring family in this because your family is not up here doing a damn thing.
No, they're not.
You know,
They're
you
not.
and kids. Mm-mm.
And
No.
the bad thing is that the child that they're talking about was Bliss Chris's autistic 10-year-old son.
Oh my God.
He's not guilty of anything. Her children are innocent and her daughter's even younger.
Wow.
We've never weaponized anyone's children ever.
Yeah.
You know, they've said
Yeah.
the most horrendous things and we've never spoken ill of their children.
Right.
Their children are not to blame because they got pieces of crap for parents.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with you. 1,000%. All of my children are, older.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one turning 41 this year.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah.
Yeah, my
I
sons
know.
are all grown too. You know, my
Yeah.
eldest is 30, my youngest is 20.
Right.
My kids are grown, but they're still I still think like your children are adults, but they are still your children. So I would
Correct.
never disrespect your children
Right.
to
Yeah.
get at you. Like, God forbid, right? If I was beefing with you online, I would keep my fight with you.
Right.
I would never attack your children, even though they're adults, because they are your children. They are not on YouTube.
Right.
So me
Yeah.
weaponizing your children to hit you low is never a place that my brain goes. And if I ever felt like I wanted to do that, I would leave YouTube first. I would, before I
Right.
attack somebody's kids.
Right.
I just
Absolutely.
can't
Yeah.
do it because then if I do that, then nothing's off limits. You know what I
You're
mean? I
right.
have to
Yeah.
keep my boundaries, my limitations, because once I cross those, it's just like in my addiction. Once I did something or used a substance, that's it. It was done.
Yeah.
So I take the
Yeah.
same kind of frame of thinking on YouTube. Once I cross that boundary, nothing's off limits to me. Then it's your kids, your deceased parents. I'll say the worst of the worst crap.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. That's mm-mm. I couldn't no. Man, I don't know where people's
Here,
brains go to.
hello, am I still here, Michaela? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're here. Can you not hear me? Uh Somebody in the chat
I don't
tell
know
her
if
we
it's
can.
me. Can you guys hear me? Because my Wi-Fi is so disrespectful.
Can you hear me?
I don't hear Michaela anymore. What the heck is happening?
I don't know. Y'all tell her. Can y'all hear her? Cause I can hear her fine. Um, can y'all hear her, or can you not hear me?
It's probably me.
No, it's
It's
probably
probably
me.
me.
Uh, okay, she hears us both.
Yes. Oh, you can hear us both. I couldn't hear you, but now I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay, Okay,
It's my Wi-Fi, guys. My Wi-Fi's acting up. So if
that's
I
okay.
stay quiet for a few seconds, hopefully it'll come back. Sorry about
All
that.
right, all right, we got you. Here we go.
I did what I had to do.
Right.
I'm just going to read a couple more. At 7 minutes and 12 seconds, your kid was probably looking at internet porn and he got a fucking virus.
Hmm.
At 17 minutes and 20 seconds, I think you deserve everything that's about to come your way, and you'll be number 2 on the list because we done took JJ out.
Bliss Chris's son is 10 years old, mind you, an autistic child, a 10-year-old autistic child, mind you. So go ahead, continue. Sorry, Bliss.
29:58. Look at his browser history. Maybe he's been to Pornhub or something. At an hour and 4 minutes in, did you hear my phone go ding ding? Of course you did. So my phone went ding ding. Kris, blah, blah, blah. You see
That's
how
when you're
quick that
doxxed.
Bliss? Yep, I was doxxed. Well, partially.
Right.
He didn't get it right the first time.
Mhm.
You see how quick that is, Bliss? But I know your full fucking name. My God, do you see? See, this is what they don't get. I don't have to ask for shit. People give me shit. You've got enemies. Continues.
Okay, she has been fully doxxed now, hasn't she, Cyndi?
I can't hear Michaela. I'm gonna drop and come back up because I can't hear you if you're speaking. I'm gonna
Okay,
drop. I'll be backstage. I'll come right back up.
okay. Y'all bear with us, okay? Just bear with us. Internet problems. Da 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 da. Glad everybody's here. Um, let's see. I don't see her yet. Hopefully she'll be back in a minute. I don't understand what's going on either. But I'm glad you're all here, and we'll get back going in just a minute as soon as she gets back. That's terrible, though. That's you just just saying, um, you just don't do that to children, and I don't understand why anybody would want to do that. I just don't. That is horrible. It's horrible. I don't see her yet. Oh gracious. And I'm on the other screen, so but I don't really want to go on. She knows so much about it. Um, maybe she'll be back in a minute, or maybe she's having problems. I'll have to look and let me make sure that she's not messaged me. Ding ding ding. So our new hashtag for all you new ones coming in is hashtag troll fam. How's that? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm so sorry. It's my
That's
Wi-Fi. I
okay.
apologize.
That's okay. We'll go back to that's fine. That internet does that to us sometimes. So um
Yeah, my
here
internet hates me. It's disrespectful.
disrespectful internet.
Yes.
Oh
I'll say it
God.
right online. Proper spelling. Kris dot dot. Last name dot 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 dot.
She's
Like,
saying that,
I'm not going to dox myself, y'all.
but that's herself again.
That was the dox.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Now, what I just did is I put it on the World Wide Web, what your fucking name is. And now they can have fun with you. Have fun, bitch. Don't fuck around with somebody that doesn't give a fuck. See, I don't conform to your rules. I guarantee you within the next 24 hours, they got your name, dude. They're going to fucking run you down. They're going to fuck you. They don't care.
wow. Oh my, who does that? That's crazy. Can you hear me?
Yep, and they took joy in doing that, and it was constant. They
Right.
used his channel, and then they used that anonymous 7 channel to show all of their Facebooks, their children's
Oh, okay.
Facebooks. It was endless. It was endless, continuous. It was craziness.
Wow. Hi, sassy nerd girl. Glad to see you.
Hey, sassy. Hey, just
Okay.
saying.
Okay. So anyway, but what I was saying a minute ago, now she's been fully doxxed, hasn't she?
Yes, her
Okay.
her full name. It's been spelled out. It's been put in. He put it in the chat. Yes.
Wow.
Um, Sunshinery yesterday put it a link to to go see the forms, Bliss Chris's order and all of that. And I don't know how
Mm,
Sunshinery would like if we dropped links to her record, her,
right,
you know what I mean, all her record. How would she like that? She's in his chat dropping links so people could go see all of Bliss Chris's information, her kids' names, because all of that stuff wasn't redacted. And just like that's public record, so is your criminal record,
right.
Sunshinery. But when your record was brought up, I had a problem with it.
Mm, well, that's absolutely, yes, unbelievable unveiling. That's, it's
Her
just
children's names couldn't be redacted on those forms. And
well,
she's dropping the link for everyone to go and see those forms. Her address, all her information is on there.
man, that hurts my heart. Uh, that that's so not needed.
That's why
It's
I have more smoke for Sunshinery than the degenerates. The degenerates do what degenerates do.
right.
Sunshinery's getting all the smoke from me, and she will continue to get all the smoke from me.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And then I have a screenshot of the same person on a panel, and he's doxing my full name and his avatar name.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And now it's being said that I was never doxed by
And she
Jackie
was.
herself.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jackie's lying, of course, again. Jackie, Sunshinery.
She was on panel with him, guys.
Yes, yes.
She said the other night, and this is what I listened to that I shouldn't have listened to, the 2 minutes. And I'll say their names from Megan Taboo Topics channel. That is the first time I have said her fucking name in months.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't say their names. I don't talk about them. If we are talking about a subject on my channel that happens to correlate to something that I've been through with people, I have every fucking right to speak on it.
And
I'm sorry if that hurts your feel feels.
Right, right. That's on
Like, don't do fuck shit, and they'll be never have anything to talk about. Like,
yeah, exactly. And it's
Wow.
lies that can be so easily proven. And also, how am I a follower in a herd? And also, herd is HERD, Megan. Herd, the one you spelled, HEARD, is to past tense here. So before you want to come at somebody calling them a follower in a herd, know your homophones, dumbass.
Okay.
Yeah, and then people are saying, like, this whole other person that the degenerates tried to destroy her life. Like, they contacted her husband's job, and she's over here with pom poms, like, give me an R, give me an H. Like, girl, what are you doing? She did a whole
Wow.
video talking about you shouldn't be shaming disabilities and dyslexia. First of all,
Uh,
I don't have a crystal ball. I didn't know that she was dyslexic, and it had nothing to do with her being dyslexic. She did a whole thumbnail with my live where I was giving them the fingers, and I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to Sunshinery, like giving her and the degenerate the fingers. And so they put in a thumbnail, and then they put in their title, oh, she's a follower following the herd, and she put herd the past tense of here. So yeah, you want
right.
to come for me, I'm going to come back at you. And then they
Right.
want to throw up these victim cards. They have a whole deck of victim cards. Every time you come back at them, oh, you're making fun of me. You're shaming my kid. Like, what? I don't even know your kid. Like, it's ridiculous with Megan. It's ridiculous. Sunshinery too. The eternal victims, eternal pick me girls. I'm over it with them. I'm gonna call your ass out. You want to talk
Right.
crap? I'm gonna hand it back to you. And they're lucky I don't go where they go. They're lucky all I talked about was her not knowing homophones, herd and herd. Like, are you serious?
Right. That's crazy. Hey, listen, I misspelled a word the other day on one of my shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And so Moby is such a good friend to me. Let's see, somebody else had already, two people told me about it. But anyway,
I
so
did it
Moby,
too. I did it too. I spelled membership without the damn B. Like, it happens. And
right.
Vera, my friend, was like, girl, you spelled membership wrong. So I get
Yeah.
it. We all do it. But yes, I did it to be petty. She was coming at me in the video. She was gonna do a whole live on me, had me in the thumbnail. So I came back. I was petty. I was being petty, yes. But I wasn't mocking disabilities or her dyslexia. I
No,
was
you
being
weren't.
petty. I was being petty, plain and
Right.
simple.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and fixed mine because Mo B
I
was
did
worried
too.
about. Mo B was like, "Oh my God, Michelle, they're going to see that and they're going to make fun of you for that."
Yes,
You
because
know,
they make fun of everybody for that. That's what
right,
I'm saying. The hypocrisy. Listen, I know that we can all be hypocrites. I've admitted I'm a hypocrite.
right.
I'm
Me
gonna be
too.
a hypocrite tomorrow, but at least I'll say, "Damn, I was being a hypocrite in that situation." Out here, so I could talk. But like they won't even admit it. They're like, "No, we don't do that." And then the
Right,
thing is that they'll call us out for things that they're actively doing.
right.
No kids here, even our enemies' kids. What? Huh?
Yes, I
What?
know. Yeah,
That's crazy. Like, you can't be serious. We don't talk about people's kids. They talk about Bliss kids. They talk about, we don't shame here. They do all the things, all the things.
all the things.
Yes.
Absolutely, all the things that they say the channels do not stand for.
And the
And
things that they say that we're currently doing that we're actually not doing because we haven't even spoken about these degenerates.
yeah, I haven't either. And I've had enough.
Yes.
There's been it. It just gets horrible, horrible,
Yes.
horrible. And there's other
Because
people
they
in my
take silence
chat,
as weakness.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people. I'm sure everybody that's in the chat right now has been attacked here recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost positive.
Of course, you guys, you guys are the devil trolls. You guys are all
Right?
the devil trolls. Fuck you, bitches. I fucking hate all you bitches. All you bitches. You don't want to mess with Wolf. You don't want to mess with Wolf.
You got that down. Now you
You
got to
devil
take a
trolls.
toke. You got to
Yeah.
strike your lighter. Okay. I mean, it's not a secret. Oh God. Yes, Moby. Moby says we were silent for months. So,
Yes, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. We
uh,
thought, okay, well, it'll die down. It
uh,
doesn't die down.
no, it
So we're
ramped
gonna
up.
tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth and let people decide for themselves. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
Well,
Anyway, go ahead.
Cindy, did you know that you correcting her with that, which I know I've seen her and Wolf do to other people as well, by the way. That's you making fun of her dyslexia.
Um, Miss me with that bullshit. Okay, miss me with that bullshit. Because I don't give a fuck with your excuses for the shit that you're doing and saying. It had nothing to do with your dyslexia at all. You didn't spell the word Draeeh. You didn't spell it backwards. Okay, so miss me with that bullshit. We all have disabilities or whatever. It doesn't negate the shit that you say. And you guys are always
Did
correcting
anyone
people's
know she
spelling
was
and all of that shit. No,
dyslexic?
no. How am I
Wait,
even supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? Fuck
That
out of
hey,
here.
you know what, Cindy? That's what they say about my son, that no one knew he was autistic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how am I
Megan, does
supposed
that
to
take
know?
away from the fact that he is?
Fucking eternal
wow.
victim herself. Pick me herself. I'm supposed to know these things. Fuck out of here, girl. Hey,
Yep.
JJ. As you
All
can
right.
see, I give zero fucks right now, guys.
Well, hey JJ, good deal. She's not gonna be in the chat, but she's listening. Awesome.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
She's probably laying in bed with her husband. That's why. So she listens. Yeah.
Blame her. Well, wait just a minute. I don't lay in a bed with anybody anymore except myself.
Me either. So I feel you right there, girl. I feel
Right.
you. Zero.
I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of them. Just,
Yeah,
there's only
disability
so much
shaming.
someone can take.
Yeah, I'm being ableist. That's not what the fuck I did. I corrected them because they're trying to come at me for a live that I did on my channel, right? That I'm following the herd. No, I did it on my own channel. I had nobody on my panel. How is that following a herd? They make no sense. They insert themselves in things that have nothing to do with them because again, they suffer from main character syndrome when they're not even a fucking extra. And we're not supposed to say anything because then they want to throw up the victim card every single time that you come back at them. Again, that won't work for me anymore.
Right.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Nope, it
You
won't.
know,
Mm-hmm.
they like, addict shaming.
You just left and they continued with the conspiracies. And it's not even just things that are plausible. It's like these crazy conspiracies. They were saying I was Cheshire, comparing me to Cheshire Manya. I have no idea who these people are. Never had a conversation with them, but we're in alliances with them. Like, it's
Uh,
insane.
yeah.
It's insanity.
Yeah. They'd have to show me. Um, I do know who Cheshire and Manya are. And
I know who they are, you know what I mean? But I've never had conversations with them or
right.
anything like that. Like to go from knowing who they are and then to being in alliances with them, like we must have secret Dakota rings. Like, no, I don't. What are you talking about?
You mean to tell me you didn't get your secret Dakota ring yet?
No, I'm expecting one
Oh my
tomorrow in the
god.
mail. It better come.
Yeah. Awesome. It'll be there.
Okay,
I've had
thank
mine
you.
for 3 days, so it'll be there.
Wonder powers activate. Like,
R-
come on, I need
Yeah, exactly.
it.
All right, here we go.
I
Shut
mean,
the fuck up
apparently
about me not having anything to say.
every time I speak, I'm apparently talking about her.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yes.
she'll say something, she'll read a comment and go, "Well, I didn't do that." Yeah, I wasn't fucking talking about you.
Bliss, isn't she the one that every live you do, your titles, your topic, she goes immediately and does my turn tag, I'm it. Corny. Doesn't have any a creative tone in her body, no originality. Guys, everything Bliss discusses, she goes and piggybacks on it. Let's talk about narcissists. Let's talk about cyberbullying right after Bliss does it. Peekaboo, we see you. Corny.
Get off my dick.
Yes, my God.
Oh my god.
I know. I was like, damn, Bliss. Jesus. I
Yeah,
tried to be subtle about it. She went straight there. I was like, Lord of
yes, you
mercy.
did.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Uh,
Hey, Sue.
Hey, Sue.
Seriously, get off my dick. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Cyndi, because I did a little something yesterday.
Okay, good.
It took me about 30 seconds. I went to Megan's channel. I went to Wolf's channel. I went to the exact lives where all of this started this past December.
Hmm.
They have done 113 lives.
Jesus.
And I'm not going to say that there wasn't one or two in there that was an actual content live for Megan. Guarantee she still mentioned something about the
Of
trolls,
course. She
but
always
at
has.
least I will put my
The fucking
fucking name
trolls.
on it.
Bliss.
At least 100 of those she mentions me.
okay. Hey, KCG. Everybody know if you weren't here, when we first started, if you're in this chat, you are a member of our troll fam. Okay.
Just, yep.
So there you go.
Stop letting the devil trolls infiltrate. Selfie chat. Bliss. Fucking trolls.
Jesus.
Open the portals of hell. Sorry, I'm very good. Sorry, good. Sorry. Sorry, good.
Hold on, just give me a second.
I do it to get under his skin. All the
Want to talk
things
about
you
my
said
marriage?
about my
You want to talk
loss,
about
he's
my
lucky.
loss?
Uh,
Hmm.
oh my god. Whew. Okay, here we
You want
go.
to lie on me? Okay, okay, Wolf. All right, got you, Wolf. Fuck out of here.
Well, do you want to tell everyone about that, Cyndi? Because a lot of people do not watch them. Hey, Moby.
Yeah. So Wolf went on and said that I suffered a loss because I cheated on my husband and got pregnant by a rando. Okay. Wolf, you're ill-informed. Okay.
Wow.
And called my husband a crackhead and all this shit. So Wolf, fuck you.
Wait, you mean to tell me that Wolf addict shamed your husband?
Hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Called my husband a crackhead, a fucking crackhead. That
Wow.
yeah, that I got pregnant by some random, and that my husband. That's why I left 3 years ago. When everybody again, every video, every live, every members only is still on my channel. Nothing's been deleted, so you
Right.
can see the sequence of events. The day that I came here, I was crying. I was so upset. I went live the day that I
Mhm.
came here. I've explained it. I had to leave. My husband was in psychosis because of a drug induced psychosis. My husband is in active addiction. I
Uh-huh.
love my husband, but it was too much to deal with.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
left. He didn't kick me out. I left. So they're
Wow.
making
God
up this
bless him.
story, and all of this stuff. When talking about my loss that I've never spoken about on the internet, it's still hard for me to talk about that loss.
Right. Yeah. 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 That's horrible. And I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but that you just, I mean, you don't do that to people. Period.
No,
You
you
don't.
don't.
No. No. No.
I would never do that to anyone. I never did that to the hogs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just can't. It's that can cause people to go um to have a mental breakdown. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I mean,
It's still traumatic for me. It's still traumatic for me. That
I'm
was my
sure.
last opportunity to have a
Right.
child. I went into menopause soon after that. I went into early menopause after that.
Hmm.
They have
Yeah.
no idea. I was hoping to have a girl. I have 5 sons. They have
Right.
no idea the hopes and
Yeah.
dreams. I thought maybe my husband will get clean. I don't want to get emotional, but they have no idea.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
so disgusting.
Right.
Disgusting. All because Sunshinery demanded that we prove something. So she shared that and then lied and embellished. She shared my loss with them. And then, of course, they
Oh,
added all of that because they're, degenerates.
wow. That's whoo. That pisses me off. You don't do that to people. Hey Teresa, glad you're here.
Hi, Teresa.
Um, it's despicable. I mean, it's the lowest form, of anything, and
It
I know
is.
you know that. And I want you to know too that I'm going to pray for your husband every night because
Thank you.
that's
I pray for him every night. He was
yeah,
the best husband, the best father. He was my best friend. I was with him 27 years.
wow,
He was
yeah,
my best friend. We grew up together.
yeah,
I mean, from our early 20s, we literally grew up together. My
yeah,
best friend. And I would still be with him had he not relapsed.
right,
And it destroyed our family. It destroyed our family,
absolutely,
destroyed our lives,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, listen. I've had two of my children really bad too, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that you've dealt with that as well.
Oh well, it's part of life.
It is. It is, sadly.
Yeah,
And life is fair, right? Because it happens to us all. It would be unfair if it only happened to a select few of us, you
right.
know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Oh God, I'm so mad right now. Okay, let's go on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The shit you said is so inappropriate. Okay, I never spoke about their loss or made fun of their loss. I never brought my loss to the internet. I never used it for sympathy. I never used it for any of that. You had no business bringing up my loss and lying. My husband never kicked me out. None of that. Okay, none of that.
mm,
So you guys are disgusting. So if me making fun of the way you talk is all I do, you're fucking lucky, Wolf.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
Bliss infiltrating the fucking devil trolls. Bliss, I'm so fucking disappointed. Fuck you, bitch. Trish, fuck you, you're a fucking troll too, bitch. Moby, fuck you too. Fucking troll. Unveil, oh my god, she's the biggest fucking troll I've ever met. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. Fuck you. Wolf.
Oh
Wolf.
my God,
Sorry. Good.
Lord.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, you got
Oh my
that
god.
down pat,
You
honey.
know what's funny? I never got an answer from.
I used to
Hi,
do it
Moby. I'm sorry.
privately to them. I used to do that privately, like when they were having a bad day.
Uh
I
huh.
would do that impersonation, and Bliss was like, "Girl, I'm gonna record that and post it." And I said, and she didn't want to do that because she knew that they would come for me. So
Right.
she didn't even know I was gonna do that on her panel. I said, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna do it right here and there.
It's so good.
That's
It's
why she
really
was
good.
laughing so much. She did not expect that. She did not.
Uh,
I'm not afraid of these people. I try not
yeah,
to go there with them because my tongue can be venomous. I can make people want to come beat me up, like with my mouth. You know what I mean?
yeah.
With the things I'm well equipped to say, but
Right.
I don't. I refrain. But
Well,
I've had
yeah,
it. I've had it with these assholes.
yeah.
Sorry,
You
excuse my language.
refrain and you refrain. Don't worry about it. You refrain and you refrain and you refrain, and then finally, you're up to your eyeballs and you
Yep.
feel like you're drowning. So,
Yep.
you've got to release it.
And that's
Um,
what I do, sadly. I need to stop doing that. I
right.
let it all build up
Yeah.
until I come and I explode and then I'm on a 10 and I have to stop doing that, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Let's see. Oh, I did speak to JJ. Okay. Here we go.
Sorry, I was
Hey,
just joking,
Boogie.
guys. I wasn't serious. Sorry.
I never got an answer about what I did to either Wolf or Megan that caused them to flip.
You opened the portal of hell.
I guess because like when he spoke to BX, when BX was nice enough to go on her channel, and then he was kicked within like 3 minutes.
I saw that.
He said like
Yeah.
she's been doing this and saying that, but I hadn't said a fucking thing.
No, you hadn't. You hadn't.
After
hadn't.
JJ's live, which was a Friday, Wolf did a live Saturday, and I was already done for then. And then by Sunday night, I was a fake ass bitch, and I unsaid a fucking thing. So,
And so was I. And so was I.
because
And
we
I
were
haven't said a
told by
fucking
the
thing.
leader to be discarded, now everyone has to get rid of us.
Yeah. Hallelujah for small favors, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thank you, Jesus.
So
He hasn't threatened to fight me yet. Just saying, but I'm the whore of Babylon. I'm gonna sew a scarlet C on all of my sweaters. I've been meaning to do that for like years on YouTube, but I'm just getting around to it. You know, sewing a big scarlet C so they could see the whore of Babylon is coming in. That's what
so
they call me. I'm the whore
the horror
crack meth
Babylon.
head.
Oh my God. Addicts, everything. Addicts, you have been addict shamed. Your husband's been addict shamed. You
Yep.
have
I've
been,
been slut shamed. I've been
yes,
threatened with revenge porn by the
right.
degenerate, all kinds of stuff.
And you have also been had racist comments thrown
Yes.
at you.
Oh, I forgot. That's my favorite one. Grease
Yeah,
and Grace Hispanic.
right. Yeah. I'll tell you how I got away from that. You probably don't know, but we
Mm-mm.
had a friend that was a moderator on our channel. I'm not going to, speak her name right now because she's
Mm-hmm.
not anywhere on the internet anymore.
Right.
Um, and so she had sent Megan two brand new laptops through Amazon, and Megan said she never got either one of them. So then she sent me $300 to buy me a um, laptop, which I did that very night. That's what I'm on right now. I bought this laptop,
Aw,
my headset, and my mouse.
that
Okay.
is so nice.
Right. Well, she sent Megan the same $300
After purchasing a
after the
laptop
two. After
twice?
the yes, ma'am.
Holy smokes.
And Megan never bought a laptop with that money. She had also, um,
Because she already had the laptops, didn't she? The
uh,
two that
uh,
she pretended she didn't get?
right, of course. Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then she also paid for Megan's cell phone bill for like 2 months. She also paid for her power to be cut back on. And
Holy crud.
she also paid on her vehicle being repaired.
What the heck?
Okay. So after all of that, she told this person told Megan for the last money that she sent her for the power, it was like $203. She told Megan, that's a loan. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
pay me back next Friday. And Megan agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
I have all the screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then when
And she
she
didn't pay her
did
back.
no, she didn't pay her back. Then Megan kicked her off the channel as a moderator. She blocked her, and she also kicked her out of the chat we had. Okay, so then Megan starts coming at me, telling me that I have to choose between her and this person. Okay, now during all this, I had just gotten out of the hospital. I had been in the hospital for 3 days. No, I wasn't in the hospital yet. I went into the hospital, come out of the hospital, and I am done for.
This Wi-Fi is going to be the death of me.
Yeah, I am not her co-host anymore. I'm not in the group chat anymore. Everything done. Because
Mm.
I wouldn't choose her over this person. I could have gotten along with both of them. Wouldn't have to bring up one to the other. But that's how that all went down. And that's why I'm no longer, with them. All right, here we go. Can you hear us, Selfie? Cyndi, can you hear us? Do y'all hear Cyndi talking? Yeah, that's what happened, Teresa. Um, Cyndi got what? Yeeted. Cyndi, can you hear us? Oh goodness, let's see. If you can hear me, do you want to come out and come back in? Let me see. Oh, here she is. So I'm just
Sorry, I had to drop because that's it. I'm throwing my phone off the balcony when we're done here. Had enough.
No, don't do that. I was just going, Cindy, can you hear me? And I need to jump to the other screen. Okay.
I was there for a long time. I couldn't hear anything. Was just buffering, so I just dropped. I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so
Okay.
sorry, guys."
That's okay. We're getting through this.
I'm
All right, should we
ratchet.
do a
I
little more
have to have
reading?
terrible
Yes,
Wi-Fi.
Okay. This was the same live. Y'all can go look.
I'm so
Timestamp.
sorry, Moby. Yeah, sorry, guys.
Well, what? That's okay. What?
My
What?
daughter is the one who is pissed at them now. I told her what he said about me and her husband. They're gross. That's their go-to, always
It's
inappropriate
disgusting.
sexual deviancy. It's
Wait. So they talked about your daughter and her husband?
Yep.
Okay. I don't want you to go into any
No,
detail,
they
but
talked about Moby's.
yes.
Yes, Moby's daughter and her husband.
Right. They
Mm-hmm.
absolutely did. Absolutely. They absolutely have. And just
That's
for the record,
disgusting.
well,
That's it.
just for the record, Moby has talked to her daughter
Right.
about the situation, and her daughter is highly upset.
Of course.
So
Who
yeah,
wouldn't be? But
right.
again, this is patterns of behavior. They did the same thing to T-Spiracy. Said the most horrendous things about her and her father. They've said
Wow.
JJ was inappropriate. He said JJ was inappropriate with her son because she said in a chat, "Oh, my son came by to give me a hug and a smooch." And they were like, "Oh, pedophile tendencies." He started singing that. The short is on JJ's channel. This is
Wow.
where their brain goes all the time, and this is because this is what they think about.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, they call Alice a pedophile. They've done all this stuff to Alice too.
I
But
know.
she's
I
not
know.
in our chat right now. So,
I've known Alice for a long time too.
yeah. She's
Hmm.
on her way to she's on her way for a little weekend vacation,
Oh,
we'll
that's
say.
good.
A
That's
week.
good. I hope she enjoys herself.
Oh yeah, me too. Okay, here we go.
Hmm.
all they think about. That's where their brain goes. And the picture, my avatar, not the one on Bliss's screen right now, but my avatar that I'm using, my profile picture, I am wearing a romper. Okay? Degenerate, I am not wearing lingerie. I am wearing a romper. There is a big difference. So you're so fixated. I'm a whore for wearing lingerie. That's not lingerie, you damn incel. That is a romper. Get it right.
Cindy, I'm glad you just said that too, because I listen back to all my lives because I honestly don't know what I've done to this man or his wife to deserve what's been done to me. The worst I have said is that, in my opinion, he is an incel. I said he showed incel behaviors, and BX agreed.
Yep.
That is the absolute worst of what I've done to them. I've never went real life. I don't talk about their children. I had their back through the whole baby gate thing. I
So
told
did I.
people, don't judge her. You don't know what it's like. Like, I never done anything remotely disgusting or vile. Like, yes, I can understand being a man and having a woman on the internet refer to you as an incel would be like, oh, but like to go as far as it has been gone, no one will ever.
Listen, don't get me. No, calling somebody an incel and having them say that your autistic son is autistic because you were a drug addict, that you cheated on your husband with BX, all the shit that's been said about us, Bliss, I don't give a fuck. Incel's the worst thing we could say. Are they crazy? The racist comments, we need to be deported. I'm a greasy Hispanic with a mustache and a big nose, and
Mm,
I'm a crackhead and I'm a meth head. Which one is it? Which one is it?
Yeah, hold on, Cindy. Let me just play that right now. You just
okay, hold on. I want to say hello to Spackle.
Hey, holy spackle.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. We're going to listen to this.
mention it. And y'all are getting a sneak peek of Cindy's members live because, again, I won't go play anything from his channel.
Yep. Because I'm like, girl, I can see it now. Okay.
Doing? Oh, I just came on here to tell that greasy Hispanic-looking fat bitch who's over there smoking crack on her live to stop.
It says, hey, Mr. Black Wolf, come and get your boy. He's being racist again. Wolf has selective outrage. He motherfucking does.
Sucking everybody's dick.
Ugh.
Because nobody's afraid of these bitches no more. I'm not afraid. I don't give a fuck.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of what? We haven't said or spoken or said anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's my question. What is anybody supposed to be afraid of? I don't get it.
Because he acted like we've been coming for him, and he forgets. He started being crazy and saying the most horrendous things about us. I had walked away nearly 2 years ago, Hadn't
Right.
said a word. Nobody even knew. They just knew because they didn't see me in his chat
Uh-huh.
at all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the only reason they knew. I hadn't said a sideways word, anything, until he got on his panel and was like, he was taking digs at us, like little digs. We ignored it. We're like, whatever, dude. And then he came on and said he had dirt on JJ, was saying, little stupid stuff about me, disrespectful stuff. But then he confused JJ with another creator named Just Jules. So they, on Reddit, they put two J's, and she had spoken about another person on YouTube, her deceased husband. So they, of course, they were so giddy, they didn't even, vet the information, and they assumed it was this JJ, and it was Just Jules that Reddit post was about. So he was like, "Oh yeah, she did something with somebody's deceased family member that wasn't even this JJ." So that's what he started running with that. He had dirt on her and all this stuff. And that's the beginning
That's
of the end. And
Just
that
to
it
finish your
just has
sentence.
gotten progressively worse and worse and worse. And
uh,
again, I don't feel special because this is what he's always done and said
right.
to everyone.
That's crazy.
So there's nothing
You know?
special about me, you
How
know?
do how do oh. Okay,
That's why I stopped me
I
in.
think you're a bright shining star, Cindy. So there's that. I think we all need to be lifted up every now and then. You know, it it does you it oh, it's good to say good stuff about people, not bad shit. Um, just saying the fact that he thinks a romper is lingerie is proof that he has never even unhooked a bra in his entire life. Poor little incel. Okay. Wait, can you hear us now? Oh no, we've lost her again. Oh, let's see. Yep, she's gone. Y'all give her another minute. He's let's see. He just wants to go back and forth and to have content. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about some of this stuff. They are now saying that the person that JJ supposedly was talking about in Reddit was Muzz's dead relative. Wow. He's a dumbass man. JJ is always spelled out. JJ is just Jules. There you are.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna throw this modem off the damn balcony with me. I swear.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Then you're
Goodness.
gonna
I don't
be
know why my son said it's been doing that with his phone too. I don't know.
wow.
I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
that's okay. We'll just keep letting you back in.
Yes,
How's that?
yes, just keep
Okay.
letting me back up.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Yes. Yep. And he kept calling me greasy Hispanic, CUNT, F my sons, F my whole family, all of that. Never spoken about this man's kids. Never and never will. Okay. And F my whole family. I have a loving family that claims me. Yeah, my family claims me. My family would never let me sleep in a van. Okay. My children would never let me sleep in a van. My parents would never let me sleep in a van. I was
Mm,
doing bad when I was living with my husband who was in active addiction. My sons came and got me. I'm there's no shame in living with my sons. I am so proud and blessed that I have sons that refuse to let their mother go into a shelter. So again, my family claims me. So there's that.
wow.
And nothing is wrong with my child. I
Nothing.
don't know what kind of sick fuck refers to autism as a mental illness and that he's mentally unwell. There's nothing wrong with my kid. And I'm
Your
not
son is so
ashamed.
smart. So
I
smart.
I have always been transparent from the moment I came on YouTube about my son's diagnosis. It's
Yes, you
what
have.
started my research and what kind of made me get into YouTube.
Yes.
I shared it from the jump because at the time I hate to say this, I was a member to Without a Crystal Ball. And that is
Mhm.
around the same time that she had stated that her son was diagnosed. It is something that I've always spoken about because now it's being said that I need to blame popcorn for it being outed that my son's autistic. First of all, it's not something to be outed. It's not
Right.
something to be ashamed of or looked down upon.
Right.
You
It's
sick
not.
fucks.
They used it as that. Nothing was outed. Okay. No, she's
Mm,
not ashamed the same way Marissa's not ashamed of her children or her child. That's how you guys see things. And again, you're projecting your closed-minded, ignorant asses on other people. Bliss was always open about her son and his diagnosis. She's never been ashamed of that. Hi, Lady Red. How are you, my girl?
JJ says, we are also supposed to be deported. The ignorance is astounding. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and both Sin and I were born in New York.
Yes.
Wow. That's a good comment right there.
Yeah,
But
he said
be
that. He said we need to be deported. He's so
wow.
ignorant. He
Yes.
doesn't even know Puerto Rico's part of the United States, and we were
Oh my
born in New
gosh.
York. You idiot!
That's
And
so
even if I was
funny.
born in Puerto Rico, it's still a U.S. territory. Like, Lord of mercy.
Right. Yeah.
I would feel
Uh,
bad for him if I pity him. I pity him.
right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Here we go.
Yes. Yes. And so, Sunshinery, again, say how we're lying. We're lying. The greasy Hispanic thing, I lied. Nobody ever said that. You didn't dare us to prove that you use self harm, Sunshinery. You said you've never lied. You've lied on all of us. All you do is lie on us. You sit on that man's panel while he says racist shit, while he addict shames, while all of the things, Sunshinery.
While I was doxxed, and then said that
Yes.
this is what she said. This is what I heard from when I hopped in for 2 minutes, that I am lying. I was never doxxed. My dox was put in the live chat, but was quickly deleted.
Who put it in the chat, Bliss? Who put it in the chat?
Roadhog.
Pork chop.
Exactly. Exactly. Jackie, Sunshinery. Again, you're a liar. She wasn't Doc. She was. Her name was spelled out. He said multiple times. He himself put it in the chat. Sunshinery, stop lying already. All of this stuff is proven. You look stupid lying about stuff that's proven. The internet is forever.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I say that all the time. That's why I wouldn't lie, because when you're in recovery, that's one of the behaviors you change. But
Uh-huh.
the internet is forever. Somebody clips it. No, as soon as I post something, even if I were to delete it, which I don't,
Right.
somebody already has it recorded. She has bots on us, and I don't care. Have 1,000 bots on me. I don't care. I don't delete anything. So everything is recorded. Everything we post, every community post, everything. So she has bots on us. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
internet is forever.
Yeah. I'm sure this is being recorded too.
Oh,
So
oh, you're gonna get a whole 1,000 streams. They're gonna play hopscotch doing
yeah,
streams on you now.
that's fine. They can do whatever they need to
You've
do.
been infiltrated. You've been infiltrated by the devil trolls too.
Yeah, but but I've already, there's not many streams they do that four pack it and mention.
That's
That's
true.
what it does.
That's true.
Four
They're
pack.
fixated on you too.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we're already there.
Yeah, that's true.
Before I start reading, I also want to make it a point to the peanut gallery that's watching, that's saying that JJ was the one to put out what happened to her daughter. That is
No,
not the case. The
no.
anonymous 7, which we have proof is Roadhog,
Yep.
went
Yep.
in. Was it your live, correct, Cindy?
No, went into
Or was it
JJ's. That
JJ's?
initial
Okay.
live that she did going to Orlando.
The Disney World Live went
Yes.
into the live chat, and I'm paraphrasing here. It said something along the lines of, maybe if your daughter wasn't doing drugs while pregnant, she wouldn't have lost the baby.
They said your daughter lost her baby because she was on drugs. The anonymous 7 channel said that. JJ.
Oh my God!
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
And JJ hadn't said a word publicly. All she had asked, we had asked for prayers.
Right.
But we had never said what had happened to her daughter. And the anonymous 7, which we have solid proof again of who that channel belongs to, came in there and said that. And then when I did the stream, JJ then confirmed that her daughter did have an ectopic pregnancy in my chat, but it was never said before that. So we
Right.
already knew it was one of them, but we didn't have the proof that it was them yet, that channel belonged. We knew when they commented that, because only they would have known that. But then we got the proof that channel belonged to them, which is irrefutable. They try to refute it, of course, because they're liars, but it's
Right.
irrefutable.
Wow. That's mm, JJ. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, her daughter, she almost lost her daughter. Her daughter was
Well,
hemorrhaging. It
yeah,
was
I'm
very,
sure.
very dangerous. She lost her grandchild and almost lost her daughter.
Mm, I'm so sorry, JJ. So so sorry. Oh Lord.
JJ on that live was cursing. She was irate, but she had not said what happened to her daughter. Then when I did my live, Lesai, in December, JJ spoke about it in my chat. That is the first time JJ openly said what happened to her daughter. The anonymous 7, aka Roadhog and the Degenerate Crew, is the one who came in. The internet knew. So that solidified that what we knew to be true was the truth. Because how would they know that JJ's daughter suffered a loss? How would they know that? friends knew privately about it.
Well, 3 friends and one who we thought was a friend.
Well, thought was a friend. And
And the same one that gave my docs to him.
Yes. Gave all of our information to him. I don't care. I don't care. I gave, like I said, in my members only or in my previous live, I gave my information to Villain to look it up. I have nothing to hide. I gave her my whole shit. Look it up, Villain. See if I've been hiding or concealing anything. I have nothing to hide. I'm a felon. I did that 24 years ago. I haven't been in trouble in 24 years. I was an addict again 24 years ago. Nothing you can say matters.
Okay. I do have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Why oh gosh. Why would you be covering up or trying to hide if why did I just I don't know how to say this. I wouldn't feel the need to put my whole life out there, my whole history.
Right.
You know? I
Mhm.
just unless you go into a subject, say talking about drug abuse or whatever, being
Mhm.
an addict, then you can say because you're a recovering drug addict, you're in recovery.
Yes, and that's why I started my channel under that premise that I was always going to talk about recovery and
Uh-huh.
my addiction and my mom's addiction. Talking
Yeah.
about my mom's addiction was my first live stream on my channel.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I always wanted to talk about on my channel, and so I was very transparent. I talked
Yeah.
about my being a 2-time felon, being in recovery, and all of these things. So they're just regurgitating things that I've already put on the internet. You know what I mean? But of course,
Well,
they use it to shame or mock me. But I'm strong in my recovery. I'm strong in my
good.
recovery.
I'm proud of you. High
Thank you.
five, sister.
Thank
High
you.
five. Um, so now I may not understand. Your felons were when you were in active addiction.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so then I understand more about why you told all that
Yeah,
or told your story.
both of us committed crimes when we were in our active addictions,
Uh huh.
and when we got clean, I didn't, change your behaviors. That's what recovery is. Recovery, when some people just stop using drugs, but they don't change the behaviors, they're still liars and thieves and scammers. They're not in recovery, and people could get mad at me all day. They're abstaining, and they're in the most dangerous positions because they're always in relapse mode. Because if you don't
Wow.
change any of those behaviors, relapse is always just a stretch of the arm away. You know what I mean? It's about
Right.
changing those behaviors. It's about making amends, realizing all those things led you into addiction and can lead you right back there again.
Oh yeah.
So I
I
don't
see
commit
that.
crimes. I've had no police contact in 24 years. Going to jail scared me straight. I did a year. On paper, I did 2 years. So I've been convicted 2 years, but they ran it concurrent. So I only had to do 1 year.
Uh-huh.
That year out of my life scared me straight. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. This is insane.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Moby said she used to come to those lives and talk about her son. Um, I guess to your lives
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
would talk about her son. So
Yes.
yeah,
And I appreciate that because people that come in and share their experience helps me more than they know.
right.
Helps me
Yeah,
more than they know.
yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
My husband still loves me. I still love my husband. We're not together for obvious reasons. But that man will
None
never
of
come
which
on
is
his
anyone's
live.
business.
Nobody's business. Nobody's
Right.
business.
I
Anything
agree.
that I've never shared on the internet is none of your business. You guys are speculating, talking about a loss that I never shared on the internet, lying, saying that I was pregnant by a rando and my husband kicked me out, none of which have ever happened. Sunshinery, you're disgusting. You shared all of that with all these people as like a gotcha moment on me. When again, you demanded, you lying bitches, prove it. And we did, Sunshinery. But you shared my loss like it was something for me to be embarrassed about. I'm not.
Yeah, she's failed. I'm going to read JJ's comment in just a second. But again, going back to the peanut gallery here, who is saying that no, we didn't see it. Entitled much? Do you think other people didn't see it? Would you be okay? Put yourself in JJ's shoes. You are a mother who just lost a grandchild, was very close to losing your own daughter. And someone comes in and says that when people saw it, maybe y'all didn't see it, but y'all aren't everyone. Would you want that rumor floating around? Because I certainly wouldn't.
No, so she corrected it. And it
So
was
she
getting
fucking
out.
corrected it. It's her right.
Right.
Tell me.
Wow. And this is a good comment right here by Lady Red. I'm so sorry for your loss. It's so sad when people use loss and tragedy to troll and be nasty. Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
Lady
know?
Red is such an amazing person. She's from the awareness community. So like there's a whole community that covers the people on TikTok, the
Uh-huh.
scammers who are in active addiction, the people who pretend to be in
Oh,
recovery and aren't, that have abused their children. They
right.
cover that whole community, and that's where I like ventured into, because I was tired of fighting with people on YouTube, that I had personal interactions with, because it's always going to be personal. So
Yeah.
I ventured into a whole new realm, covering people on TikTok that I have no personal interactions with. And the degenerates followed me and started
Wow.
saying that I'm addict shaming these women. They're in active addiction. Speaking about it isn't addict shaming. What they do to me is addict shaming. I am in recovery. Calling me a crackhead, a greasy crackhead, and a meth head is in fact addict shaming.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is.
Stating facts about people that are doing harmful things on these platforms and being enabled by people sending them money is important conversations, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's carry on here.
Hmm.
Tell me
That's
you
it.
wouldn't.
Right.
Just because they didn't see it, then it's JJ's fault for outing it. No, it was
And M
already
to the
outed
B. And M to the
and
B
wrongly
confirmed.
outed,
And
disgustingly, falsely outed.
yes, JJ's daughter has diabetes. She's had diabetes since she was a child. And that makes it difficult to conceive. And for them to further say that they hope JJ's daughter never conceives, you guys are the worst of the worst. The worst
Wow.
of the worst. Yeah, and
It's
calling me a
just so
crackhead.
disgusting.
Yep. And a meth head. Greasy Hispanic crackhead. Could you play that again? Because Lady Red wasn't here when you played that. Can you play that one more
Sure.
time, Chris? Thank you.
Just gotta give me a minute because I X'd out
Because
of
they're
it.
saying that I'm lying. Nobody ever called me a greasy Hispanic. Yeah,
Hmm.
they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Her
it's
daughter was a
important
diabetic
because Wolf is always
person.
crying about racism, and
Right.
racism is an important issue, but he uses it just when it's convenient for him. He doesn't seem to care about true racism, because when
No.
you care about it, you care about it across the board.
Yes. And you don't display racist tendencies. You don't
Exactly. Exactly.
you don't do that.
Right.
Especially when you're condoning it about people doing it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Her daughter, and I know her daughter's gonna have children and be a wonderful mother. Gigi's gonna be a wonderful grandmother. I would never wish that on anyone. Exactly, Lady Red. That is my past too. If they want to carry around my garbage and smell like shit all day, they can. I dumped that shit years ago. Hi, After Dark. How are you, beautiful?
I'm
Hey,
fine.
After Dark. And hey, Trix. I didn't say hi to you when you popped in.
And after this, we will go right back to ignoring. Bliss felt the need to
Yeah,
come
I'm done.
and
Like, yep.
tell her side of the story. That's it.
I'm just sick of the lies being. It's only so much someone can take, and as you all can see, it doesn't matter if I'm quiet or not.
Doesn't matter.
And
It doesn't
like I
matter.
told Cyndi before we went live, I am doing this for the people here who have supported all of us through it. Just because you think
Yeah.
you know our personhood, not because I haven't shown or really talked about any of this. And I really appreciate that. I think you guys deserve transparency. I really do. And I'm not a liar. I have no problem telling you.
We're not doing it for any of them. We're doing it for the people that stuck around, and we appreciate you guys. And more will be relayed when they can, guys. When they can speak about it, they will speak about it in full.
Well.
All right,
And
here's
they
the
will.
clip,
And
Lady
they
Red.
will. They fully
Oh yeah.
intend to be
Woman, girl, I can see
100% transparent when they can talk about it with
Right.
documentation.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
it now. Okay?
Doing. Oh, I just came up here to tell that greasy Hispanic looking fat bitch who's over there smoking crack on her live to stop
It says, hey, Mr. Black Wolf, come and get your boy. He's being racist again. Wolf has selective outrage. He motherfucking does.
sucking everybody's dick.
Hmm.
Because nobody's afraid of these bitches no more. I'm not afraid. I don't give a fuck.
Afraid of what? Thank you. Thank you, Bliss.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
And
And I
Sunshine
will openly state
every day.
right next to him. Yep.
Right
Yep.
next to him when
And
he
that
says
was
the word.
played from Locale Rebus's channel.
Yes,
Just
and there's
to-
more. He has Rebus, who is local university, has an archive of everything that they've ever said.
okay. Question. Because
Uh-huh.
I don't really know Rebus, but that is a friend or an acquaintance to y'all,
No, he's
or
just
no?
somebody who's called out the degenerates since day one.
Oh,
Since
okay.
day one. And he just has it all documented on his channel, everything. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because I don't have to go to
Right.
their channel. He even uploaded the full 45-minute rant that was way worse. And so yeah, so he has everything from years ago, all of it on his channel,
Oh, I'm gonna have to
just
go
as
check that out.
Teespiracy does. So he's just somebody who covers them and just keeps bringing everything to the light. You know, he didn't
Uh,
like us either because we once sat in that chat, and I understand. I fully understand
right.
that I was
Yeah.
guilty of ever sitting in that chat, and that is something that I feel guilty for, and I will feel guilty for the rest of my time on YouTube.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I feel. I did. Because I trashed everybody without knowing any of them. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And but after I saw what was going on, there, and knew that I was going to leave before I could leave, I was actually kicked to the curb. Excuse me, y'all. Um, so when I came back, um, I made an apology video, just me, and I
Right.
apologized to everybody that I felt like I had done wrong.
Yeah,
Said every name and apologized to them. It's still up on my channel
that's right.
already.
So Sunshinery, miss me with the you're in to supporting recovery and addiction and all of that. You're fucking not. Okay? You support degenerates who say the worst shit possible. Thank you, Lady Red. I'm good. I just wanted it to be known because they were saying yesterday that nobody ever called me a greasy Hispanic. Jackie, Sunshiner, you're a liar. You sat on his panel. You were there nodding while he said these things. Tired of the lies. I'm tired of the lies. Tired of the lies, Sunshiner. I told you your day was coming, bitch. And I don't care that you're in the awareness community. You got it fucked up. You got it fucked up. Nothing from my channel ever gets deleted. Nothing. Unlike you, who steals other people's content, who pirates other people's content. You do nothing on your own, Sunshinery. You steal other people's podcasts and upload it to your channel. Other people's hard work on reality shows and upload it to your channel. I could do that and get so many views too.
Wow.
I've had enough of you, Sunshinery.
That's
Villain doesn't
exactly
give
what
a
she
fuck about
does.
it.
So she doesn't create her own content. She
No,
just
she uploads other big channels, their podcasts,
uh-huh.
other people's coverage of like Vanderpump Rules. She just re-uploads their content.
Oh, that's
Yep,
I've
that's
never.
exactly what she does. None of the hard work. I
My
could do
mind has
that.
never
Go to
went
big
there.
channels,
Yeah.
re-upload their podcast.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Um.
gross. That's plagiarism. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
don't know the word for it being on video, but like you would get in trouble if you did that. You know what I mean? I remember when I
Yeah.
was in high school, what? You plagiarize, you're done. You know, and that seems like you're stealing people's work.
Right.
Their
Yeah.
hard work, their editing, their research, all of that. And then she's bragging about her channel, and she's a fraud. She does all the dirty stuff everywhere else, on everywhere else. So her subscribers don't know how disgusting and dirty she is, because anytime she lost her shit, she deleted that from her channel. So her channel just looks like a content place, and it's not even her content. She does it everywhere. She says the worst of the worst everywhere else. She lies. She openly, blatantly lies on people.
Right. Yeah.
And so
Yeah. I
people
see
don't
that.
know her subscribers. That's why a video is coming, and it's going to be, oh my God, the biggest video I've ever done. Like, I'm going to actually put work into it, because I'm going to show a timeline, and I'm going to show everything she says on the Degenerates channels. So, and I'm going to
Wow.
tag her, and I'm going to hashtag her, so all her little unsuspecting subscribers can see who the real Sunshinery is. Because I'm telling you, I've had enough of her. I've
Right.
had enough of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. So Spackle says in here, or ask a question. She
Mm-hmm.
uploads this content. Does she do any commentary on it?
A lot of it she just uploads. Like she would do lives, and then she would like commentate, but a lot of it is just re-uploading their work,
Wow. Yeah. I would think that you could
because she
get
doesn't do
struck.
lives anymore. That's when she did like her little crappy
Oh.
commentary, but otherwise she just re-uploads their work.
Wow. So couldn't you get a channel strike for that?
Oh, she could get in a lot of trouble for that. She could get her whole channel taken down.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, there you go. There's the answer, Spackle.
About our beef. No, I don't need anybody to give a fuck. But I'm gonna expose you for the piece of shit fraud you are, Sunshine. The liar you are, the fabricator you are, girl. Sorry, Bliss.
And you know what, Teresa? That's actually a true statement. And if it stopped at that, it would be fine. But she is straight up rewriting history and saying stuff that has happened hasn't happened. That's the fucking problem.
Yes, she sat on his panel while he looked shaming me and all this shit. I can't control it. You sit up there. That is co-signing. I don't give a fuck. If I'm sitting on somebody's panel and they say some crazy shit and I don't say, hey, that's a little too far, I co-sign. If I don't drop, I co-sign it. I agree. All of that. And then she lies and says these things never happen. That's the problem. That's the problem. That she goes on and she does this everywhere but her channel. So if you don't know, you don't know. Her channel is her pristine, right? Just doing, I'm not about the drama, guys. She does it on the Degenerates channel. She does it on Megan. She does it on Wolf's channel.
Funny.
Everywhere but her channel. So again, unless you know, you don't know.
Where was she before when I was supporting Megan and Wolf?
Yes.
That was my question. Because I had never seen her in any of the chats. I had never heard them speak about her. And then all of a sudden I hear the other night that they've been friends for like 7 years and been knowing each other for 7 years.
Yeah, they haven't been friends for 7 years.
Yeah, I call
They've
bullshit
known of
on
each
that
other.
one.
Now they're besties. Yeah, they all hate each other. They all say the worst of the worst about each other.
Yeah.
They all say that I can't relate. I can't be around fake people like that. I don't talk about people that I'm cool with. If I say hi to you, I don't talk crap about you behind your back. If I make amends with you, I don't talk crap about you. Like, that's crazy to me.
Right.
They're snakes. They're snakes. They're all snakes. And she was never there. She's only there now because the topic is all of us. And she has to go on panel and overtalk everybody with her lies. They're like a circle jerk of people holding each other's hands, like rocking back and forth, chanting. That's what they do, because nobody else believes their shit. No one.
And I've always said I'm thick-skinned, and I am, because whatever they say does not hurt me at all.
No, I don't watch it, so it doesn't affect me. It affected me when I watched it, of course. And that's why I don't watch it. You know what I mean? And sometimes I address things, but it's very rare. I talk about like general situations and they always assume it's about them. When I'm talking about them, I'll say the degenerates. That's what they'll know. I'm talking about you. I'll say the degenerates. But I'll be talking about situational things and they'll do streams. We never said that. We're not talking about you.
Oh,
You freaking incels. Like oh my God.
Lord have mercy. Yeah. I see Tricks here use the degenerates too.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I said that, lady. She wasn't there before supporting them. Now that
it was only when they turned on us.
Yep. She was never in their lives. We see you, Sunshinery, and I want everybody to see you. Okay, because I'm transparent. I'm flawed, but I'm not a liar. I don't fabricate shit. I don't make up fake proof. I don't lie on people. Had enough. I'm sorry, guys. And people.
I also don't lie, and I don't lie on government court forums either.
And you didn't lie on any of those forums.
I did not.
You put timestamps, titles, links. These links, she had to put links. What do you think they're gonna take Bliss's word for it on these documents? She had to put links, titles, transcribe it with timestamps. She didn't lie on any of it. These things were said.
And that's accusing someone of a federal crime. That's perjury, and that's a felony.
And she didn't commit perjury. And I'm not going to talk for JJ, but JJ hasn't committed any crimes either. So I'm just going to leave it there.
No. And Trick says the degenerates claim that they don't support him. They're in every live stream, encouraging him and taking the lies to their YouTube channels. Exactly that.
Yeah.
And then they play stupid, like, I didn't hear him say that. He didn't
say that. That was never said. What? They're lying. What?
There they are in the comment section, though.
There they are in the comments with wrenches. Fuck out of here. And you know what? Our crime was ever sitting in his chat. We sat in his chat. Yep. We've apologized. Again, it's on my channel. I've made amends to all those women that were targeted while I sat in that chat. But that is where it began and where it ended. Me sitting in the chat, and I never was like, arf, get that bitch. Fuck her kids. Never spoken to anybody's kids. Never spoken to anybody's parents. That is my crime, sitting in that chat ever when I knew better. And I've apologized from my heart, and you'll never see that again. And I walked away on my own free will.
That's my impersonation of a seal clapping.
Oh my God, you're a hoot. Oh God. Oh
This
me.
shit is disgusting. What was said about Tira's Nicole's son, what Sunshinery did, Sunshinery and Sarah Jean, on Sarah Jean's channel, I'm bringing it all up again, okay? Sexualized Tira Nicole's son, who was 6 years old, giddy, laughing. They had a gotcha moment on Tira Nicole, showing a video of his 6-year-old son with a stuffed animal, sexualized her kid. Sunshinery, you did that.
And who spoke out about that, Cyndi?
Me and you. Me and you. We went into Welsh Roses when Sunshinery and what's her name, Sarah Jean, was on the panel. You were in the chat telling them this shit was wrong. Sunshinery was on the panel talking to you crazy. I came into the chat, saw them talking to you crazy. You were like, yo, I give up. I went up on the panel and called them out because they were lying. We were just so concerned. I said, stop lying. You weren't concerned. You wanted to have a, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, Tira. And Sarah Jean admitted to it. Of course, that video, that live is deleted now.
Wow.
But we called it out back then, right then. And Tira won't know that happened, but I can guarantee you, Tira, that happened. Called that shit up because that shit was disgusting, what was done to your son. Never thought that shit was okay.
Nope, and what was done to my son isn't okay. So
No,
for people
no
like Terry Lynn Lavoie to say that she's thoroughly enjoying watching the karma I'm receiving, you guys, let's move on, because apparently this is the karma that she was liking, because what I'm reading is what was said and what was done. So
that's crazy. You know, that's crazy. Crazy. Are you here, Selfie? Cyndi? Oh dear gosh. Y'all hold on a minute. Hello, my love. I stopped it and I started talking to you and you're gone again.
I thought so. I said she's probably talking to me. I'm nowhere to be found.
Right. I found you. Okay, here we go.
Oh, how am I to think? Like, I still haven't gotten that answer from Terry. Terry, what were you so thoroughly enjoying watching? Was it this stuff? Because the community post was after all this was done. So what other karma could it have been?
Yep.
So
and Bliss called it out when it was done to Tira. She went into a chat.
Because I actually stand on shit. They stand for fucking nothing. They stand for what benefits them. They stand for the drama to fucking continue, to put all the heat on us, to take the heat off of themselves. They stand with the devil.
And I get it. I get it. They don't want him coming at them, but you don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to side with him against us to keep the heat off of you guys. You don't have to get involved at all. But you got what you're doing is crazy to me. Crazy to me. We were the devil for sitting in his chat, but you guys are co-signing the shit that is being said now. How is that any different?
But the people are also sitting in his chat and comment sections.
Yes, resharing the community post. Okay.
Resharing the Anon 7's like doxing videos.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't watched any of the Anon 7.
Yeah, it's just doxing. Scrolling through JJ's son's Facebook, her daughter's Facebook, her son-in-law's Facebook. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yep. That's all it is. They use that channel to fully dox.
Wow. Okay.
And like, girl, no, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all crazy as hell. Show us where we did that. Where we reshared any of you guys getting doxed or any of that shit.
No, when Terry's kids were shared, I fought that. I spoke out on it. I recorded the videos.
I didn't even know what happened until after, and I said that was disgusting. Whoever did that, I'm sorry that was done to you.
All right, so I guess this is what Terry was loving. So this is the same live at 1 hour 35 minutes. They all have to tag team, and that is when they really fuck up. Like, just look at the record that I hold. My kill record of stupid woke females is really pretty good, and males too. You got that kill record too. At 2 hours and 4 minutes, I can put it like this. Give me 48 hours. I can tell you everything about that place, talking about my home.
Yep.
Wow.
At 2 minutes or 2 hours and 12 minutes, I can't hate anybody if they want to fire off on that bitch. I think she 100% deserves whatever comes her way on her doorstep.
On her doorstep, telling people to go real life, go to her home where she has 2 children.
This is from the second live. I have the date in here somewhere. Whatever, the fucking link's here. I have to put it out. At 12 minutes in, it's like shooting ducks in a pond, man. It's just, there will be no easy way out for you. No, don't worry about your kids' safety.
Wow.
At 13 minutes, I'm telling every one of you females, you can't beat me. You can't. It's just there's not enough power behind any of you to take me head on. At 16 minutes, Bliss done fucked up. There ain't no coming out of this one. She's going to have to deal with this shit and not going to end well for her, of course. At 23 minutes, Bliss, I pray for you. I'll say a prayer when I get home because either you get this shit under control or it's going to be a bad die in the Kris house. So I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Bye. And you guys, I specifically said die instead of day because that is what was said. And that is also what YouTube transcribed.
Wow. That's horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
it was terrible. And she only put excerpts. Like, it was never ending. The things that were said, never ending.
Okay. So all of this stuff is threats, correct?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
the way I'm hearing them, they're threats.
Yeah.
And this is what she's carried to the authorities, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. And
good.
he recently, in like the last week or 2 weeks, said that our mothers, me and Bliss Chris's mom, have passed away. May they rest in peace. That our mothers need to get their heads kicked in. I don't understand what our mothers have anything to do with this,
Wow.
or why our mothers need to be assaulted.
Yeah, I don't either. Um, I think it's scare tactics, maybe.
Yeah,
You know?
he just loves to say the most vulgar things because he
Yeah.
gets other women to be intimidated and scared to speak up, because women have come and said that they're afraid. They're afraid they're not going to go up against him. And I get it. I get it. I don't expect anybody to get in the line of fire, especially
Right.
for us. People feel like, oh, this is karma. I never felt like any of the things that were said were any of the women's karma. I never
No.
felt like that. I never said that. I was
Right.
never in the chat, like, saying vulgar things. I left. I left nearly every stream. I was like, this is crazy. And then when Tara Nicole's son was actualized, I walked away. I was like, this is enough. And me and Tara don't like each other. But
Yeah.
her son, her innocent baby, has nothing to do with this. And that was the
Right.
turning point for me. I was gone. I was done.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's no, it's just horrible. It really is.
Mm.
I just want to make that point. All right, I think this might be going back to the first live. Yeah, DoorDash isn't cutting it. You're fucking right. You know what? Since Bliss likes to do this, I'm going to make sure that all of Baltimore, one way or somehow, gets the information that there's a DoorDash driver named Bliss Kris on YouTube that likes to attack people's mental health. I don't think DoorDash is going to like that. 37 minutes. She thought she was going to be Billy Badass, and I took
Yeah,
that
he
bitch
was
out
telling
to the
people to
Rock Yard.
contact DoorDash on her
Wow.
because he doesn't know
Wow.
where she works. And thank God, that's why we don't share where we work. We learn quickly.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even say what kind of work I do now because these people are not well. They're not well.
No. No.
Yard. I took her out back and whooped her ass. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Julie. My mod 148.
Hey, Mod 148.
Wow.
Yes, Lady Red. It's the worst shit ever. I'm telling you.
And here he is bringing my husband into it. Who really cares about her partner? While he's off at work, you're at home showing people your titties and ass.
Never happened. Never happened. And if it did, it's nobody's business, but it never happened.
Why is my husband being brought into this at all? He has nothing to do with anything. And the way y'all are threatening to dox him is disgusting.
Yep.
You gave all of his information to all your degenerates.
Yep.
Mm.
And it's just that kills me, like with my husband and my kids, because he is like the nicest guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's so laid back. Like, he's just the best fucking person. And what kind of man speaks on another man they don't even know?
Incels. Men that don't get no PUSSY. Have to. Or have to pay for it.
Oh my God.
Yep,
Okay.
have to go to rubbing tugs. Those kind of men.
Rubbing tugs. Oh God. Whew. Here we go.
Why they're mad.
Okay, and then after that, there was stuff being done. So we're going to January 31st now. This was on Hogget's channel at 7 minutes. Did you know
this is his wife. Sorry for those
Yeah,
who don't know.
that's his wife. That's Michelle.
Who's
7
that?
minutes. Did you know my pew-pew? I have a pew-pew. I can have a pew-pew.
Frightening.
Remember that pew-pew case went away?
Wow.
Frightening. And she's like, shh, shh, telling him, shh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm just flipping through, guys, because there was a... And as far as the
None of this was
piece
ever
litter
said,
goes,
right?
And Sunshine also said
You guys, I
These
didn't
women
give
are
up on.
stupid for needing ROs. Sorry. She also said that they're misusing the court, but she seems to forget when she would seek Real Entertainment News out, may he rest in peace. He went to Twitch. She would still go and record every live he did and look him up. Go, you know what I mean? Seek
Right.
him out. And then she
Yeah.
said she had an RO on him. I don't know how true that is, but isn't that also getting an RO? But now, these women are all ridiculous. They're misusing the court system. We're not seeking this man out. We're not. We ignore him like the plague. She sought Real out.
Oh gosh. Mm.
Again, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. See, I don't know a lot of the people that y'all are talking about. Like the
She
gentleman you were
sought that
just.
man out on any platform he went to. I was
Well.
happy when he left YouTube. I was like, okay, thank God he'll stop tagging me. You know what I mean? And he used
Yeah.
to just say insults, but never went real life. Real never went real life.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's ridiculous.
On the peace order. It's saying that this is quoted, I lied on court documents and was scared of that, and that's why I gave up on the peace order. No. He evaded being served.
Yes, he did.
I have documented proof of multiple specific times and days where he was attempted to be served and evaded.
And they hated it. So on a technicality, it had to be dismissed. Again, a technicality is not a win.
Okay, why, if you have something like that, why don't they continue until they put it in their hands?
We didn't understand that either, and we didn't know. Me and Bliss Chris didn't know that you could pay a process server $60 because
Uh,
these people, these process servers, they're not getting paid for this extra time going. They only had designated times that they would go and try to serve him. So
mhm,
they became exhausted, and that's what people do. They play, this game, and they know that they're going to get exhausted. But when you pay someone to serve, that's their mission. They make sure that they get served. And so they
yeah,
made fun of her. Oh, she's broke. 'Cause she had no idea. She would have paid the $60. Trust and believe that.
right, yeah,
So it
yeah,
was dropped. They dropped the ball, and then they told us that. Well, they not us. I say us, but it's not me. That he was served and he wasn't, and all this stuff. And in her state, he has to be served, even though they could prove he was served because his wife went into the police station with the document to ask about it, which is
uh-huh,
proof of service. But it
right.
was too late getting it from his state to her state by the court date.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Wow. What a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's a technicality because, again, he evaded service. So they were like, well, he wasn't technically served. That's why it was dismissed, not for lack of evidence, not because she lied. So,
No, I was screwed over.
yeah.
I was
Right.
screwed over
She was.
because
Yeah.
let me ask the chat. What does serving someone entail? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I haven't had to do a lot of peace orders or restraining orders in my day. Okay. I am not like educated on all the ins and fucking outs. So I'm putting my faith in law enforcement to do their job that my taxes pay for. He keeps going on about like you can pay $60 to
You
have
didn't know
him
that.
served.
You didn't know that. You would have done that. You didn't
And
know
I'm,
that at the
I'm
time.
broke because I didn't. We're doing just fine. Thank you very much. We
Yeah.
own our own home. We just
Yep.
paid off our other car. Like, get the fuck out of here. But I'm not educated. I did not know that. I am
She didn't
putting
know
my
that.
faith in law enforcement. And law enforcement fucking screwed me because I guess they got tired of trying to serve him. So they left it on his porch.
Yep. Yep.
Mm,
Yep.
And in the state of Maryland, that is not being legally served. He's right there. He was correct there
No,
the whole time.
Yeah. But we know he was because he read the whole documents on his channel.
Which in turn puts me in more danger since he
Yep.
wasn't legally served, but now has the entire order.
Yep. And had all your information, your children's names, all this stuff. They screwed you over royally. Gave him and the degenerate crew more information about you with nothing being done.
And also,
I don't know a lot about that stuff either, but why do you have to put on an order like that? Why is it not just between you and the person you're serving? Why do you have to put,
She has to put who she wants to be protected. And
oh,
since the
okay,
threats were made against her children, she wanted them to
okay,
be protected as well.
okay,
So,
gotcha.
and she can't control what was redacted. So they got all the kids' names, all of that, husband's name, all of that, to further harass her.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Oh my
So
God.
in the state of Maryland, there's certain things that you can't redact. I don't have control over that. But the
Right.
whole point of me doing the peace order was because my children were threatened.
Yep. And saying people should come to your house, show up at your doorstep.
Fire off on that bitch on her doorstep.
Mm. Mm.
Yep.
That's what
So she wanted
happened,
to
guys.
protect her
And
kids. That's it.
also in the state of
She
Maryland,
wasn't trying to impede on somebody's free speech.
you're good. Also in the state of Maryland, if you are not served after 30 days, it is automatically dismissed. When I spoke to the judge, he said that legally his hands are tied and he feels for my situation, but there's nothing he can legally do because it was past 30 days. Not only is it dismissed, when you do a peace order in the state of Maryland, you can only use like what happened 30 days prior. So everything that I had in that original peace order goes bye-byes because it's been longer than 30 days now.
Yep.
Mm. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
You can only submit
Wow.
the threats that have been made in the last 30 days.
Mm. So I
He knows how
guess
to play the
each
game well.
right. Yeah, and I guess each state probably varies with their laws, don't they?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
My opinion is laws like that should be um, for every state the same. They all should
I
be
agree.
in
It should be
unison.
federal. I agree. It should
Yeah,
definitely be federal.
right.
And the,
It
the
should be.
laws are catching up with the times, with the cyber crimes that a lot of the ROs are needed for online, where years ago it was in person ROs. That wasn't a thing to need them for online interactions, but now a lot of the stalking and harassment is done virtually. So the laws are
Yes.
catching up. Sadly, not every state is as advanced. In New Jersey, it's become a crime to do that, to harass people, to target people. It
Uh-huh.
is a crime. It's not even just civil. It's a
Yeah.
felony. So,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything needs to be federal. Maybe we
Yeah.
should, I don't know, write our senators. I don't know.
Right. Right.
I
Do
mean,
something. And I
right,
take it very seriously. I
right.
don't take it lightly to take somebody to court and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's why I said, what was done to Bliss and JJ wasn't done to me. Says the nasty things about me, but I don't watch it. It's like, he's gonna lie, call me all kinds of whores, I'm an adulteress, all of this stuff, and
Right.
that's fine. You know what I mean? I know the truth. And again, people can make up their own minds whether they want to believe that or not. But I'm not gonna come and combat that every day. That's a
No.
full-time job in itself. And I know my
Yes.
character. I've made mistakes online, but I've never lied. I've never
Right.
lied.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to start now.
Oh no, 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 no. That
Right.
would that would be bad for your, for your
Yeah.
recovery. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
And it's just
Because
not who I am. Again, I own my
Yes.
mistakes, and I
Yes.
feel I have a lot of guilt. I have a lot of guilt to all those women that I allowed my dislike to allow me to be in those chats and think that things that were said were okay when
Right.
I knew they
Yeah.
weren't. It would hit my ear wrong every time. I would like shudder, like, oh my God, that was horrible. I knew it
Yeah.
was wrong. I didn't like him from the beginning when he read Katie Joy's essay report. I thought that was vile. And then
Yes.
I
Yeah.
allowed myself to sit in that chat knowing better. And that I kick myself every day for that, you know? And I can never make amends enough to those women that were affected. But
Yeah.
all I can do is try, you know?
Right. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I agree. I think we all need to band together and do something. I
Yeah.
definitely do.
he wasn't guilty. It's just, again, technicalities. The failure of the justice system, I guess.
Well,
Oh no, Nikki, I'm the Gracie Hispanic girl. That's me. Gracie. I'm a Gracie crackhead method.
Love it when you do that.
Gotta love these degenerates. Gracie girl.
Uh. Poor
I'm
Bliss.
just, you guys, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, like, yeah, that was disappointing as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But to brag about it, a win by default, really, really. And you can continue to think that we're not in contact with higher authorities all you want.
Yep.
Okay.
But they are. Oh, but they are.
I'm not going to say that wasn't discouraging.
Right.
But I've said before, I'm a dog with a fucking bone.
Mm-hmm.
She means that too.
So
I believe her.
And I just talk my
Yeah.
shit online.
Mhm.
I've left it there, like, because again, the things that have been said about me are nothing compared to what's been done to JJ and Bliss Chris. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm Bailey. I'm just Grace. I'm just a Grace Hispanic. That's it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it. I ignore them. But again, I'm not Bliss Chris or JJ. You know what I mean? So.
And yes, JJ says, but only the peace order goes back 30 days, and that is civil. Criminality allows for much longer. And if you guys remember in my story, the officer wanted me to try to press charges criminally for the stuff that he heard. I didn't do that.
Right.
I just wanted this shit to stop. And not to say that peace orders makes him stop by any means, but at least I have documented, like, I have a paperwork trail
right?
if anything else were to happen. That was my point.
Yeah.
And to protect my children and my family, because it was said that my kids were no longer off limits.
Yep.
The live's still up, guys. YouTube is no help. YouTube will not take.
Oh yeah, trust
Yep.
me, I know that. Because you know, Charla
Yeah.
has been trying to get the attention of YouTube, and they answered her, and they just kind of sloughed it off and told her, you know, to get in touch with authorities. Well, that's not right
Right.
because it's happening here, you know, on
It's
other
happening on your
channels.
platform. But
Yeah.
his channel did go down, but it happened like it was weird. It happened simultaneously. Like his channel went down for a few minutes and then JJ unknowingly deleted her channel, and so his determination was like reversed.
Oh,
Yep, but his channel was terminated and we have proof of that too.
yeah.
So if they want to
Yeah.
call me a liar, I have proof. His channel was terminated. He may not even have been aware of it if he didn't check
Right.
his email or anything, but it was. But it's just coincidentally, she deleted her channel like a few minutes within that time. So his channel went right back up.
Wow. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Oh, okay, here we go.
Not take that live down. But it's against TOS to dox. Just remember, guys. Apparently, I wasn't doxxed. So if other people start to get doxxed, don't cry to
That's
me.
not a dox, right? That's not a
Don't
dox.
cry to me. And I really hope it doesn't have to go there. I really do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be the one to take it there, but I'm at my limit.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to move on. I'm
Yep.
doing content. Me and Cyndi are doing content. Like, just leave us the fuck alone. Making them up 113 lives, sometimes 3 in 1 day.
Yep. And then saying we keep talking about them. Please show us. Go back and do what Bliss did. Show how many lives we did mentioning you guys, because you guys even followed us when we started covering Lori and Lisa. You guys even followed us and started doing lives about our lives. Like, you
Wow.
guys are the ones that are fixated. We moved away. Didn't say a word. Again, my last live where I spoke in detail was Lesai, that live. And I was so respectful and gracious in that live. And it got worse and worse and worse. The things being said, talking about my husband, lying about how our marriage ended and all this other shit that they have no idea about, no proof to back up. Again, because me and my husband, we know what loyalty is. My husband would never go on one of your channels talking shit about the mother of his children. That's not a thing where I come from, right? Me and my husband don't take online and start posting audios of each other or videos of each other, talking shit about our most intimate shit online. I've never done that. Never done that. I've shown my husband so much respect, again, because he's the father of my children. He was good enough for me to be with him for 27 years. You guys would never, they not like us. You guys would never understand the sanctity of family, the sacredness of family.
That's
Exactly, JJ. I've not been live nor on a panel since December. We've listened to authorities. Up until this last week, I have not said a fucking thing. And today is the first time I have mentioned Megan or Wolf.
Yep. Yep.
I have done 4 lives since all this happened. This is the 5th.
Yep.
Versus 113 between the 2 of them.
113.
And that's, you guys, that's not including the endless community posts. And I'm also will put my name on it, even though I haven't witnessed it. Fucking tweets.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's never ending. I just don't know how someone has this much time to dedicate to go live 3 times in one day.
Yeah, there's
And
no
repeat,
way.
it's repeat. They're like parrots.
Oh Lord, I couldn't do that.
No way.
Like, yeah. No way at all. I'd love her. Bless her heart.
Repeat the same shit over and over again. We get it. We get it. You fucking idiots. We get it. Shut the fuck
Right.
up.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yep.
Right.
That's bad.
Prove it, bitches. I dare you, right, Nikki? That we were demanded, girl.
Oh, Nikki heard
knows
it.
too. Nikki knows.
If
Nikki's
anyone
been on
has
the
that screen
receiving end.
recording, please pass it to one of us.
Yes, because fuck out of y'all.
Because I'm not going looking for it. I'm pretty sure it was probably on Megan's channel if I had to guess.
Mhm.
But I ain't searching for that shit. But Nikki was
Pick-me's go around the outside, round the outside. All the pick-me's go around the outside.
Oh man. I bet I might know who might have that. I'll tell you after we get done here.
Okay,
Cyndi.
cool. Okay.
I just and you know, again,
Thank you,
the
lady.
kind of people that we're dealing with. But I have stated over and over that I want to be left alone, and that anything that continues is being documented as harassment.
Mhm.
I just want to be left alone. Now, please know, guys, it is going to ramp up like a motherfucker after this.
Oh, what? Probably alive right after this. Greasy, greasy. Greasy fat bitches. You're greasy fat bitch. Oh, I'm greasy because I'm Hispanic, right? That's just
Oh
you're
my
just
God.
you're just fugly, right? We're fugly, fat CUNTs who do the meth and the crack
At least get the drug of choice right.
At least get the drug
Oh,
of choice
God.
right. Lord of mercy. And coming from a person that said that they were addicted to cocaine and sitting next to Sunshinery, who was an addict herself, like y'all can't be serious. Y'all can't be right. Bring it on, Nikki. It's fucking exhausting already. Like fuck yeah, nobody's scared of you guys. They take silence as fear. We know when to shut up. Like there was no point. But it's not fear. It's not fear. Just we're over the shit. Y'all motherfuckers
Definitely
can't.
not
Yeah,
fair.
swear.
No,
Swear.
it's
And
definitely
funny.
not
All
fear.
the shit you guys talk about people are shit that you've done. Said the worst lies. I've never lied or a pregnancy. Like y'all can't be serious. Y'all can't be serious. Do you want me to go down the timeline of all the shit you degenerates have done on the internet? No, because I don't use shit like that against people. What? They are pounding their chest too. You fucking bitches. Fuck you, Bliss. Fuck you, Bliss. Open up the portal, fuck hell. You got all the fucking trolls in there. Fucking Nikki. Nikki's the biggest fucking troll. AfterDark, all that bitch is a fucking troll too. She's fucking jealous of Megan. Teresa, shut the fuck up. Your best friend was a fucking troll. Sorry.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Oh, I needed that. I needed that, girl.
Lady Red, come on, trying to see the truth. The fuck lying to you. Fuck lying to you. Don't get sucked into the portal of hell, Lady Red. Sorry.
Oh God.
When you guys come to my lives, make sure you have your cross, your crucifix, some sage, some holy water, because apparently I take y'all through the portal of hell every single
Lilith herself. You're Lilith herself. Fucking portal of hell opener herself. Shit, girl. What the fuck? I can't. And again, people could be big mad. This man talked on my husband, talked on my loss. He's lucky all I'm doing is making fun of the way he talks. Fuck out of here.
Talks on my child.
Yes, talks on your child. Threatens to end people's lives, women. Fuck out of here. That's the worst we're saying. Be grateful. I give no fucks anymore. Because people are like, oh my God, Selfie was making fun of the. Have you not heard the shit he said? Seriously? Saying I had a miscarriage from some random. Are you fucking kidding me?
And I'm gonna be honest, I'll show my own charges, guys. I have no problem doing that.
Right?
I've been meaning for a while to just do a video just talking about it because I'm not ashamed of it.
Exactly.
I mean, I fucked up. It was 10, 11, 12 years. I don't even know. It was over 10 years ago, people. And I'm not a liar. Yes, I have 2 felonies. I said that. I did also say that one of the felonies I was convicted of, I did not do. And I'm not lying. But yes, I took the charge because, you know what? Here's what happened. Here's what happened. So, first of all, it kept getting delayed, postponed. I was charged, I don't even remember, 2011, 2012, maybe. I didn't go to court for this till 2014. So keep in mind, when I finally had the final court date, when everything was done after that, I had been living clean and sober, and I was a completely different person for 2 years. Okay. I owned my shit. This is what happened. There were a couple things for that last court case that the prosecution gave my lawyer right before we were about to start. And they had their dates wrong on certain things. They were trying to say that I was filling prescriptions after I was arrested. And that wasn't true. Okay. So we were trying to get that changed. And also they were, listen, guys, I know everyone thinks that I'm this huge fucking girl, but I'm 5'4". I'm not some big girl. So the amount of pills that authorities saw that I was getting, I was legit taking, and they couldn't wrap their minds around that.
Right. So they thought you were distributing or something.
Exactly. Even
Yeah,
though
exactly.
they legit I didn't know this at the time, but they were watching my house then. There was
Yeah.
no in and out people come like you think there'd be some evidence of some kind of transactional shit. None of that never happened. That never documented to have happened. But my plan was to plead guilty. So the
Yes.
2 felonies, same court case. Okay. You
Mhm.
can't plead guilty to one without pleading guilty to the other. That's
If
what
they're
the
gonna
judge.
run it concurrent. Yes, if they're gonna run it
Exactly.
concurrent. Mhm.
So that's what, when we were saying that in the fucking courtroom, the judge was like to my lawyer, like, no, you either plead or you plead not guilty. Like you change
Yes.
your plea. And I
Mhm.
was, you guys, it'd been fucking 3 years. Like I was
Yep.
done. I was
It's so weird
fucking
because 3
done.
years it was for me too, Bliss. We have so much in common. It's so crazy with our
Yeah,
charges.
it is kind of crazy. So we
Mhm.
went out in the hallway, me and my lawyer, and he explained it to me like I was 5 because I wasn't really understanding. Keep
Right.
in mind, I'm in my early mid-20s when all this happened. I
Same.
was a fucking
Same.
kid.
Yep. So was I. I knew nothing about
So
the justice system.
no, I'm depending on my lawyer, and he was great.
Yes.
He
No,
was
mine
great.
sucked.
I just saw him actually. My last time I was at court a couple weeks ago, I saw my lawyer, which is very
Oh,
odd.
really?
And yeah, he said to give him a call if I ever needed him because he does deal with this
No.
kind of stuff too.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you said if you get in trouble, no, I'm not committing crimes anymore.
no, and he knows that. Like we periodically kept in touch, like whatever. So
Mhm.
I'm out in the hallway with my lawyer, and I said, no, I want this fucking done. And he
Right.
was like, you do know that you're facing 4 years. It was 2. I think it was 2 for each count, either 2 or 3 for each count. Don't quote me. I can't. He can tell you. He has the paperwork. Um, so I went back in and I pled to get it the fuck over with. And if
Mhm.
you believe that, you should, because it's the fucking truth. I have no
True.
reason to fucking lie. I was not distributing.
No.
I would say if I was. Like
Right. It's your
at this point,
past.
who gives a fuck? It's over and done with. And it's been more than 10 years. I can try to get those expunged from my record now
Yes.
that it's been 10 years.
Yep. Mine doesn't even show up. Like, I'm trying to find it to show my damn fucking mugshot. I can't find it anywhere. No one can find it. Like, what the fuck? I have nothing to hide.
I have nothing to hide. I mean, again, I do have a right to privacy, though. But
Of course
now
you
that it's
do.
out and people are, making it, fucking talking about it, making it content, like I have no problem telling the people that support me exactly what happened. And that is exactly what happened. As you can see, my hubs was in the chat earlier. He'll say
Yep.
that's what the fuck happened. Like, and I am not the same person I was when I was in my early fucking 20s.
I'm not either. I'm not either. I haven't been in
And
trouble.
I did not do drugs when I was pregnant.
Right. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So stop lying on
And
that
that's
shit.
not what causes autism. And autism is not a
No.
mental disorder.
No. It's not like fetal alcohol syndrome or something. Like, stop with the fucking ignorance. Stop with the ignorance and furthering stigmas on people with autism. It's not how that works, man. And there's nothing wrong with people with autism, okay? It's gross.
Yep.
It's gross.
Mm.
So yeah, that's it. I wanted to you know what, Cyndi? Let's just finish
Her
off with
son is
this.
so smart
Okay.
too. Her son is an amazing. Her children are amazing,
Right.
but her son is
Yeah.
so smart, so bright. You know, there's
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing wrong with him.
Yeah. Is there anything after this that we need to listen to, or
No, it's just she just plays a clip of a narcissist, but she's gonna play that on our series on Tuesday. It basically ends there. Yeah.
okay? Okay, we're gonna stop sharing and see what everybody has had to say. So, I know that many of the people that are in our chat have had horrible things said about them too,
Yes.
and and I also know that they all just want it to stop. Just
Yes.
stop. Find something else to make content on.
Right.
There's
Right.
a
Do
million
some
things.
content. Do something
Right.
that's meaningful. And to everyone in here that's ever been affected, I apologize for ever sitting in that chat. Genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I'm so
Right.
sorry to
Yeah.
each and every one of you that I was ever part of the problem. I apologize.
Right. Yeah. Um, it's shameful. It really is. Before I forget, I have linked this video in the description of this live. I also have the channel link for Bliss Kris if you haven't subbed to her, and I have Selfie Queen Cindy's channel in there too.
Thank you. I appreciate
If
that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, if you have not subbed to her, so um, I we have all been in the wrong chance, sadly. Yes, Moby.
I know, but
Uh,
it weighs on my heart. Like it really does. It
yeah,
bothers me a lot, because I knew better and it bothered me then, you know?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, because just Britt, you've always been so sweet to me. I would never be, anything but give you the same energy back.
Right.
But I am genuinely sorry to all you ladies.
Yeah. 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 I mean, you cannot, can't, listen to me, can't, you cannot, you cannot, blame yourself for everything that's happened to, everybody. We were all, basically everybody that I'm seeing here has been friends with the degenerates.
Yeah.
And then when they saw what was going on, um, they decided to move away from them. And then that's when they started getting talked about and lies told. And
It's immediate. With Wolf, it was
yeah,
immediate. It
yeah,
was instantaneous. You know what I mean? And hadn't said a word about him. And I knew, again, you get that nagging gut feeling, you know what I mean? And that's why in that live that I did in December, I said this was my karma. I said this, having them talk, and really nothing terrible had been said yet, but I
uh-huh,
knew it was my karma, and that was something that I would have to accept. So
yeah,
when people say, Selfie, you know what? You sat in that chat. I have to swallow that because I did. I don't get
yeah,
defensive. I don't get angry. I say, you know what? You're right. You're right. And I apologize. That's all I can do.
yeah,
That's all I
yeah,
can do. I can't make excuses. I can't make justifications. There is none. There is
right.
none.
And something that I
So
learned when I,
that's all I
uh,
can do.
yeah, something that I learned too was like, they have said that I quote flip flopped unquote. What I did was I just got away from them, and I was on Twitter one day, and oh, she'll be back. Oh my goodness, she'll be back. Um, so I thank every one of y'all for coming. I want to make sure that I get to tell her um what happened when she comes back. Um, oh yeah, so um, I have enjoyed the fire out of having her up here because she knows so much about it. Hello.
Sorry, I didn't want to leave. Just be like, peace. It dropped me again, but
Okay.
I wanted
Right.
to say thank you for having me. I was honored that you even had me up here, and it meant a lot. It meant a
Right.
lot. Yes, flip flop and troll. Exactly.
Unveiling, you're cracking me up
That's
with
a
these
tongue twister.
hashtags.
We're flip flopping
Flipping troll
devil
fam.
troll family.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to write all that stuff down.
Right?
Um,
Oh my gosh.
thank you, Moby. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of afraid, or not afraid. I was kind of iffy uh, about doing this, and but then I had, I talked to some of my friends here,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Yeah, you need to do this. You need to do this. You're not
Yeah. Yeah. And
correction."
and I was worried too because I didn't want you to get backlash just for me being on your panel, which
Okay,
I'm sorry if it happens.
honey.
Um they're trying to isolate us. They don't want anyone to even show us any form of support,
Uh huh.
which is crazy. Um but I don't want anybody else to get any heat just for being in a close proximity to me. So I appreciate you even having me up here because I
And
know what that entails for you
you
and
are
for
welcome.
your
Yeah.
chat.
Oh, nah. You are welcome anytime. Anytime.
Yeah, I
Anytime.
enjoy your channel. I
And
enjoy you and Sue, and I really thoroughly enjoy your channel.
like I said, you're welcome anytime. And Moby's one of the ones I talked to today, and she said I told you she was going to be a good person to contact. So there
Yeah,
you go.
thank you. Thank you.
Um, so I was going to say self acquaintance Cindy, Sandy, you
Gracie, Gracie.
you Gracie, Cindy. I appreciate the fire of you for coming up here and helping me tonight. I really do. You will never know.
And I'm
Like
so
I
sorry about my
contacted.
technical difficulties. I
Oh, that's
apologize for that.
fine. I contact Moby after I talked to you in a DM, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to have a special guest tonight." That's all I said. That's all I said to her, and so she she messaged me back in all caps, "Who?" and a question mark. And I sent her a message back, and I was like, "Cyndi, I'm so excited." And I said, "But don't tell
That is so
anybody."
sweet. Yeah, I'm
I
really
wanted
happy,
it to,
surprised, and
yeah.
honored. Seriously, you know,
I'm honored. Look, everybody loves you. Like,
I
love me some
appreciate that.
Cyndi.
Yeah, I love me some Grace Case too. And with my naughty girl, Miss Cassandra, Grace is
Oh
Cindy.
yeah,
Yes.
I don't
I don't
think
know
I've
why
seen
when
Miss
I
Cassandra.
say it with a southern accent. I have no idea
Hey, that's
why that
okay. I mean,
happens.
listen, you know I'm from Alabama, so
Hmm. I know I
uh
love your accent, but it just
oh
comes out. It
God.
just comes out. Yeah,
Oh
Brett,
yeah.
you're always
Okay.
welcome in my chat, always. And I
So
missed you. I didn't see you for a while. I missed you. I'm
yeah.
glad to see you back. I will
I
be
t-
back. It's just that you guys go live late. This is way past my bedtime. I'm
oh
like
yeah.
90 in spirit. I usually am asleep.
I do. Well, I was going an hour later than this,
Oh
but
wow.
then yeah. But Sue, is on the uh, East Coast too,
Yeah.
so it
Mm-hmm.
was running late for her. And I said, okay. Ooh, there's Miss Cassandra.
My naughty girl.
She's
Miss
been listening,
Cassandra.
but she's just cleaning. Awesome, awesome.
Yes. But I do catch the replays, everyone. But it's, sometimes I'm asleep. I'm like, oh my God. That's why I was like, I've been hanging on by a thread. Bliss is gonna be proud of me. She's gonna
Yeah.
be thoroughly proud of me that I stood it out this long because
Oh
I'm a
Lord.
lightweight. I'm telling you.
Well, I appreciate the fire out of you, um, skipping your bedtime. But now, if there's ever anything that we want to do, um, and Sue is available, we can do something earlier.
I
So
would love that. I would
yeah,
love that.
yeah,
I've Sue has been an amazing person for years, and
yeah.
she just has my heart. She really does. So
She's a good person. Everybody you see in here is. I
yeah,
think a lot of
and
everybody
and
in here.
and that's the thing that it's funny how things happen that you support different creators and
Right,
people get these pictures of you that may not necessarily be who you are, and it
right,
just takes a few minutes to hear each other out, and it can change your whole perspective. You know what I mean?
right.
My eyes have been opened, and I'm very careful
Oh yeah,
whose chat I go into, and I
right.
listen to my little Jiminy Cricket. My gut, it may hang
Oh yeah,
over my pants a little bit, but she ain't never steered me wrong. So
mine too. So Moby is training a new puppy.
oh,
And she said, "Yes, we can do earlier. I'll change my dog schedule."
oh my
That
goodness,
and
that
that
is the
is a big
sweetest
thing.
thing.
That is a big thing for her to change that schedule.
That's amazing. Thank you, Moby. Seriously,
Uh,
training puppies, that's so awesome.
so Teresa, my name, you say my name, Michelle. Michelle is
Oh,
how
I
you
said it
pronounce my.
wrong. Holy schmackalax.
That's
It's
okay.
Michelle. Okay, I won't say
Yeah,
it wrong anymore. Michelle.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
got it.
fine.
I
But
was saying
that's how you.
Michaela. Lord of mercy.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of people do. A lot of
Hmm.
people do, and I understand that. Like
Thank you, Teresa, for asking.
my entire school year, my entire schooling,
Uh huh.
every time up until about, we'll say, seventh grade, the teacher would stop on the first day of school, would literally stop when she was calling roll and get to my name and be like, and I'd be like, it's Michelle,
Right.
yeah. So,
At
you
least she
know,
didn't assume that. You know what I mean? At least they didn't assume. That's
yeah,
pretty nice.
yeah,
Because if the teacher says it wrong the first day, the kids are gonna continue to say it wrong.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So then I shortened it to just Shella, Chala, and that
Yeah.
was my nickname. Other than, let me tell you, my nickname by my daddy gave me. I ran track in high school, right?
Oh
All 4
wow.
years. Yeah, all 4 years of high school. I couldn't run 10 foot right now, but
Me
anyway,
either.
anyway, so we were at a track meet
Hmm.
in another town here in Alabama, and there was all different um, how can I say this? There was many different kind of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, running track.
Ethnicities, yeah.
Yeah, and my daddy stands up on our side of the track,
Mm-hmm.
and my daddy stands up, and I ran distance, right?
Right.
So my daddy stands up, and he's like, "Run, spook, run!"
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
But that's what he always called me. That was my
Right,
nickname
right.
because I was
Mm-hmm.
born the day before Halloween.
Oh, were
Okay.
you? Oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
Yeah, I love fall and Halloween.
Oh
Anyway,
my
that's
God.
my little story.
That is pretty
Okay.
funny. I know people's faces must have been like, what did he just say? And he's just innocently talking to his daughter. cheering on
Right.
his daughter.
Yeah. But I was like, what? And look, unveilin's going to call me Greasy Michelle. So I guess that means you've rubbed off.
We're all Gracie. We're all Gracie now.
Okay. All right, you guys. We've
All right.
been
Thank
going
you.
through.
Thank
Oh, yeah.
you, guys.
Thank you. And listen, I will send. Are you going to hang around for just a minute?
Yeah.
So,
I'll stay with
okay.
you for a second. Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. It was great to have y'all here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you learned some things and you enjoyed the live. And we'll see what happens, right?
Yes. And
All right.
have a good night, guys.
Yeah. Have a good night. Goodbye, y'all. Okay. Hold on. I got to get to where I need to be. Okay. All right. Good night, y'all.
I like your intro and your outro.